All right, cool. It's time to do our big Elena gameplay breakdown, man. I'm super excited for this because we haven't done one in such a long time, guys. So, welcome, Amir and Hafs. What's going on, guys? It's been a minute. You ready to break this down?
Absolutely.
Yes,
I've
sir.
been
Woo!
fiending.
Dude, it's super exciting, man. There is, man, I was watching this trailer, Amir, and I'm gonna really need your guys' help for this one because there's a lot of moves going on. Like, Elena is going into special. She's dancing all around the screen. So, I'm gonna be asking a lot of questions for this one, but we'll do our best, guys. We just have the blog post for info, right? Pretty much. And we're just gonna try to tie it in with the footage. We'll watch it all in slow-mo and we'll go by frame. One thing, too, guys, before we get started, I should mention that Elena is actually gonna be playable a little early at Evo Japan, which I think is like what, less than 2 weeks right now. But Capcom was smart this time to prevent false throw loop removal accusations. Apparently, word on the street is that only Elena will be playable at the Evo station. So people will not be able to see, a good preview of the Season 3 balance patch, which is also releasing the same day as Elena. But I'm sure they're going to find some stuff. I'm sure there's going to be some footage that leaks out, guys, of like, oh my god, Akuma, he could do his Raging Demon outside CA. Something crazy,
like 5 bars.
Oh, dude, yeah. There's going to be rumors. There's going to be some, like, people that were able to play off stream. There's going to be all these rumors and stuff. So yeah, prepare yourselves. In 2 weeks, guys, it's gonna be fun. But they will be able to figure out some system mechanic changes too. We'll probably get a lot more Elena info in the coming weeks. So really exciting. You guys like the stage?
Yeah, the stage is really cool. I love how much stuff is going on in the background. I wonder about the lighting. If
That's what I was thinking too. My chat said it's completely fine. I feel like the stages are getting darker and darker, but I'm happy.
You have Ed stage, right?
Yeah, dude. I'm happy that they use this stage though, because I thought they were they changed their mind and used my stage. Obviously, it'd be better if we just had all 3 stages, but we got a really, it's kind of funny. We've seen the preview of this stage like a year ago, man, at Summer Game Fest, and now it's finally here. It's crazy, guys. Season 2 is finally ending.
It's nice that it is nighttime. I think the colors are good too. I like the purple in the sky. The concern about the lighting, this is something that is clearly very important for the Street Fighter 6 devs, and they put a lot of effort into making sure that every stage as the characters pop out is that you see that they're almost like under the spotlight,
Yeah.
That there's some light that is not really there. That is just there to make sure that the characters are really visible. And in this sense, if the background is dark, then the characters pop out even more. So
yeah, that's true.
It makes them even more visible.
That's true. Remember, this game is super esports, man. So visually, there has to be really clear what's going on. But they're taking a little bit more chances with the stages. Like I said, the Terry stage is really cluttered. Like, there's a lot going on in that background. So that stage is completely fine. All right, you guys ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Ready.
Hey, you know what I like about this? Round start. This is so realistic. DJ does round start dry rush, man. I love it. Okay, usually when trailers start off, we start seeing a whole bunch of buns. But I don't know, man. Mir, whenever we go by other trailers in tradition, man, I swear I get stuff wrong every time. But what's this first button? What are we looking at here?
What do you mean? Elena just kicks. It's gonna be so easy. Right?
Yeah, dude, she only has kicks. It's crazy. Okay. What's the first button here? What are we looking at?
I say that is standing heavy kick.
Standing heavy kick.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm mostly gonna go off Elena from Street Fighter 4, not Third Strike. So like all the Elena fans in here, you feel free to chime in, leave the comments below on the certain buttons here. I'm sure we'll get some stuff wrong, but yeah, she checks DJ with heavy kick, it looks like, and her heavy kick is unique, right? Because she's clearly high profile. Is she able to steer this thing around? I know she can go back, but can she steer it forward, like to move more forward? Do you know, guys, or is it just?
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
That's another move. You'd be excused for confusing because there's another kick. It's
dude, there's a lot of kicks, man. There is a lot of kicks. I mean, obviously this would be a good button for a check-in drive rush. Someone tries like drive rush, crouching medium kick. Like I said, I'm assuming it's going to crush lows. Another thing too, Joe brought this up actually. The first thing he thought about when he saw this, when he's like, "Hey, wasn't a punish counter? Is this button a punish counter, Mir? Are we gonna find out later?"
Oh, on the drive rush? No, that doesn't look like a punish counter to me.
No, is the button a punish counter though? Do we know if this button's a punish counter? Like the crumple state punish counter?
Like if it does stop on punish counter? I don't believe we see it anymore in the trailer.
Okay. The reason I brought it up is because Joel's like, because everyone wants punish counter state on drive rush, so maybe this could have been a hint on season 3 if they added that state. But if we don't see this button again, it causing a crump or whatever, then we won't know from checking this drive
Well,
rush?
what I was gonna say is
so-
that you can tell if a hit is a punish counter
Uh-huh.
by the type of sparks.
And is it these
And
type
these
of sparks?
are not punish counter sparks.
Okay, that's okay. So it's counter hit.
So that's unfortunate for now.
For now,
Yeah.
we don't. That doesn't mean it's like it's a done deal. I'm just bringing this up because I'm looking at season 3 stuff at the same time.
Something we'll see as the video goes along, whenever it is truly a punish counter, the sort of ink effect is going to stay on the screen for a little bit after the hit connects,
Okay.
which is not the case here.
Okay.
But yeah, like you were saying, maybe they just had this on season 2 mode for the trailer to not give anything away.
If Terry throws a
so-
fireball, is she gonna fly right over it with this heavy kick?
Yeah, that's something I wanted to mention. This is what I think about whenever I saw this is, Terry and Jury Fireball Dry Rush. Is this going to be competent at countering those moves?
Yeah.
Which are so prevalent in the game.
Yeah.
My
So,
guess-
hopefully.
My guess is this is like an Akuma standing heavy kick situation where Akuma clearly lifts off the ground, but he can still be hit in the legs.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because there's another move, which is back heavy kick, or used to be back heavy kick,
Yeah.
that is designed specifically to go over lows. So
Mhm.
I presume that one would work, but standing heavy kick probably doesn't.
Right.
That's just a guess, of course. I mean, I can't tell.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
only
for
time
sure.
I see
I
it.
mean, either way, the point is like this button, like even though it's just one button, it's more unique, but because she's jumping in the air. Like
Could be
Elena's got a
safe.
lot of unique buttons. Yeah, looks
Mhm.
good. I wonder what the data
Could
on
be
is.
-3, the -3 standing heavy kick of doom.
And like it doesn't have like super crazy range, but defensively it looks really good, like for counter poking and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Well
moving on.
animated too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Oh.
this coming up, I think, Mir, this is heavy punch, right? Or the move she's about to
Yes,
do.
that
here.
is standing heavy punch.
And I
Mm.
have a question. As the punch is starting, she seems to be backing up. I can't tell if she was like that's the momentum from her just moving in neutral, or it's like sort of a wind up for the move.
Oh,
What do you guys think
No, I
about
think
that?
that's her back walk. That's because she's
Okay.
like hopping a little bit. I think that is just her back walk because she's a capoeira dancer, right? So, and the fact that
Yeah.
it gets interrupted that way, like so abruptly.
it's kind of
Makes
Dawson
me
styles
think
because she's
that
hopping
it's,
on one leg.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because she's dancing, right?
Yeah, she's
imagine
dancing.
her,
Yeah, she's nonstop
her
dancing.
traditional neutral stance, but she's moving back and forth. Actually, Eddie, who's Tekken's capoeira fighter, moves very similar to that when he's moving backwards and forwards. So,
Right.
for what
Right.
that's worth.
That makes sense. Man,
yeah.
she's so tall, by the way. Dude, she's so tall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she is.
right?
Holy
She's like
cow.
6'1". She's
Dude,
not
I
even
know.
that tall for
I
a
want to
woman.
do a whole video ranting about the whole weight height thing on the characters. Are so inaccurate from what we're seeing on the screen. But dude, she's tall. Like, look how tall she is. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Super
She is.
long
I've been
limbs.
trying with
She's the
those.
tallest female character in the series before Marisa was introduced.
Yeah, but
Oh, here,
Marisa's a giant.
The thing
So
that's
if you
interesting
pause
about
it-
this one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Here,
Where?
this is the inking we were talking about
Oh,
before.
on the punish counter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the punish counter. If people
Okay.
wanted a clearer example.
Yeah, yeah.
There, that ink stays around a little bit.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and the spark itself is red instead of orange.
So this is kind of like Terry. Okay, this is a heavy punch, right? This is a heavy punch,
Yes,
right? I'm
heavy,
already
heavy punch.
confused, guys, because she's kicking. Okay, it's a heavy punch,
Don't
and
worry
she.
about it.
All right, and she kicks upwards and moves forward, kind of like I don't know, any button, like I don't know, Jury heavy kick or Terry heavy kick, but it's a punch.
Mhm.
And so
Yep.
she moves forward. Another weird thing is like DJ's doing his crouching medium kick, and her hitbox must be like a giant square, man, because she still hits.
Yeah, she
DJ.
hits him crouching.
Yeah, she's gonna hit on crouching for sure.
Good. It's very good.
It's a punish counter special effect. But no, I was gonna say since we mentioned it, but just to be 100% clear, in case people are not familiar with Elena from the previous games, she doesn't have punches. So like when you press the punch buttons, you get kicks. It's kind
Right.
of like Dudley, but reverse. Like where Dudley doesn't have kicks.
Yeah, Ed.
It's important that you that we make this apparent because otherwise what we say doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, even Jerry, she's like Taekwondo,
So-
and she even has like a few punches. But this is,
Mhm.
full on kicks, capoeira style. So crazy. All right, so DJ flies up in the
That's
air. Looks like you can juggle him after the heavy punish counter.
Or
Yes.
Sure.
in there for sure. Or
Does this
special
only
move.
do one hit, Mir, or does this do two?
No, it's one hit. As
It's
far
one
as
hit?
I know.
Okay.
At least in the previous games, it is one hit.
Okay, are we done with the heavy punch? So we saw heavy kick and heavy punch, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this gonna be anti-air?
A good question. I don't
Yeah.
believe it was intended like as an anti-air in previous games, but you probably could use it considering the angle.
Good for
I
beating.
don't know for a fact. It could be in this game though. I
Good
could
for
totally see that.
beating neutral jumpers.
It's like,
that would
maybe
be an
for
idea,
long
yeah.
range jumps. You
Yeah.
know, like if the hurt box is separated from the hitbox at the foot.
Okay. Down heavy punch used to be our anti-air. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we know she has an uppercut, so.
Mhm.
All right. We're okay. Next move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Where am I? Where am I in this video?
Yeah, that's the knee heavy kick. That's the knee heavy. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So
Whoa.
this is the one.
Okay. So what's up?
Well, you remember how you were saying how steady heavy kick might go over lows?
Right.
Well, this is the move that is intended to go over lows. And this used to be back heavy kick.
Okay. It looks exactly like heavy kick though, but she's moving backwards. Or am I already getting confused here?
It's
It's
sort
like
of,
a
yeah.
hammer kick, I guess. It goes from above, right? You see that?
Oh, she like axes her leg down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And it clearly crushes lows because DJ's doing his sweep here.
Yeah. I
So
did write punish counter in my notes, but that's a counter hit. Before I just realized by the sparks.
okay. Yeah. Counter
It
hit.
hits the active frame.
Yeah. Causes knockdown on counter hit. And obviously, Elena is going to be mauling people on the ground. She looks like a Buns character. So she has a lot of counter pokes, approaching pokes, super long limbs, beating other buttons, big punishes for it. She has answers for like people drive rushing in, sliding on her. You might be like, they want you to constantly be in movement, so you're probably gonna be really proactive with her too, like throwing out her back heavy kick and seeing what the opponent is doing. If they're doing random slides and all that, you know, Jamies, DJs.
This is the one normal that you could steer, by the way, since we were mentioning it before.
And this is a heavy normal, so it's kind of like almost a better version
Yes.
of Guile's Sobot kick.
You see it much more in Street Fighter 3 than you do in Street Fighter 4. In Street Fighter 4, it was like whatever, especially because the entire neutral plan for Elena was crouching light punch. But in Street Fighter 3, she would use that to build meter and keep out as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I think this is like, it's a little bit like your upside down kick, but it's less committal. It's also less rewarding, to be fair, but that's the idea.
Brian's orbital heel kick. Now you guys are always using
orbital heel
Tekken references now, and we mentioned Eddie, bro. Okay, yeah, orbital heel. Okay. Anything else you want to add to this, House? Or we're gonna move on here.
Well, no, just aside what I said before, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this interacts against Fireball Drive Rush specifically from Jurian and Terry. I'm hoping because she can steer it forward, it will be a lot like Zangief's knee hop. So that it might signal some good matchups for her.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder if like even in the corner too, to avoid maybe throws. Maybe if she's like actually in the air, that might be really good.
Oh, that would be sick.
I don't believe it's fully airborne even in the older games, but it does avoid throws in both games Elena's in. Well, I guess all three, because also in Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah, I'm thinking Sobot kick, man, like Guile styles, but
I think it's more like upside down kick. That's the way you want to think about it.
Oh no.
So I wonder if it's gonna be unsafe because upside down kick was made unsafe in this game. So it could be that this one is one that you want to space or maybe use out of a drive rush.
Another thing too is like, what if she drive rushes into this button? Like, what is it gonna look like? Will it stop her momentum? You know, because that could be pretty annoying too. You know.
It probably could, but it does seem quite slow.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like, what if Jerry or Terry throws a fireball, man? She drive rushes and goes over the fireball with this button. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she has so many moves that seem to have potential to do that already. That that would be a lot, right? A lot of, we'll get into this, but a lot of her special moves are designed to counter stuff like that.
So. Yeah, it really does look like it. Okay,
hopefully she's not too strong in that sense.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't really care because I'm playing her, so. All right, next button. What are we looking at? What the heck is this? Oh my god.
This is I think a 4 medium punch, right, Mir? Is that correct?
Yeah. So like this used to be 1/2 overheads in Street Fighter 4. I actually don't remember if she had this in Street Fighter 3. I think she did. But this was the slow one. But this one was, I believe you could make it plus enough to combo after, or maybe it was on counter hit, something like that. I don't completely remember. But this was the slow overhead, and then you had the fast overhead, and then you had a special move over. Well, let's ignore that part.
Whoa. A lot of overheads.
The thing that's new is she didn't have a target combo associated with this, and
Okay.
clearly they added that. And this reminds me a lot of Jamie, because Jamie kind of has.
There's not
overhead
too many
target
characters
combo.
that have overhead target combos. Jamie's the first one that comes to mind. That overhead is slow, bro. That's really slow overhead. I don't know how fast this is, but look at the range. Like, look at the range of this overhead.
This always used to be a very long range overhead. It was the longer range of the two.
Like, you even see DJ swaying backwards, man. It's still hitting him. This thing goes so far. And we get a knockdown from this. I would assume this would be a confirm too, like maybe a one-hit confirm on this poke. Unless the second hit is safe on block. I don't know.
I would assume that this overhead is pretty slow. Like, they intend this to be really something that you use when your opponent's overwhelmed, because if it does have this much range and this whole target combo, I presume, does damage, right? So
Yeah.
it seems like it would be pretty chunky, right? So I'm assuming, and it also knocks down, which most overheads.
You said this is a
don't,
medium
so-
overhead? Forward medium punch?
Oh, both their overheads used to be mediums, yeah.
Okay. I'm just thinking of the damage.
Aside from Jamie and having the target combo attached to the overhead, this also maybe it's something like Ed, where he has that 3-hit chain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that the second hit is safe, and then once you commit to the third hit, that's a really dangerous one. That would be really sick.
Right. Doesn't
Or an
Bison
overhead,
also
because
have
I was
an
gonna say. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the chat was saying, yeah, Bison does have an overhead target combo, but the first hit is not the overhead. Whereas Elena, the first hit is. So right away, it's already checking.
Akuma also has a target combo with the first hit not being overhead, and Manon as well as another character that also follows that pattern.
Mm-hmm.
But characters that have an overhead that then has a follow-up is just Jamie, as far as I know, right?
Yes.
And I think
you're
Elena
right.
now.
Right. So that's interesting. Like most overheads, like in this game, you want to drive rush into to get a major reward, or you need like a meaty setup, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So this in general is just kind of like, you don't need to use any extra meter or set it up. If you land the hit, you can get a knockdown with it, which is pretty strong, you know? And like Mira was talking about too, it does like 4 hits and it starts from medium, so it'll be a little chunky.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess to piggyback off that, I think in this game, the player base is conditioned to mostly expect overheads out of Drive Rush. So just having something where you can get a knockdown and not go green, a lot more people will get hit by it, even if it's slow, than you would think.
Yeah.
It's just like sort of how we've been conditioned to look for overheads in this game.
Yeah.
So I think this is strong.
I just had an extra thought. Since they show it counter hitting because it's defeating the
this way.
I wonder if it's like Zangief's standing medium punch, where the first 2 hits don't combo. Unless you get a counter hit punish counter.
Idea.
Yeah, maybe.
Considering that she has multiple overheads.
Right. But since she's a Buns character, they really want to make her, really threatening, even without drive rush, like in neutral. So you be blocking low and high a lot against her. It'll be scary.
Yeah.
It really complements her gameplay. Okay. Next move. What do we got here? Oh no.
It's a kick. Let's go, guys.
Dude, air target combo.
Love this.
Right. So she used to have an air target combo, which was medium punch, heavy punch.
Didn't she have like a million in Street Fighter 4? I thought she had like I thought she had a ton of air target combos in Street Fighter 4. Didn't she have like a bunch?
2 air target combos, I think.
Okay.
But so medium punch, heavy punch doesn't look like this.
Okay.
But it looks similar enough where I can think that this could be it, or at least a similar input. And clearly, it is shown to be an air-to-air target combo, right? Like, it's something that you do for damage in the air.
Okay.
I'm wondering. So if we look at how she lands, I think she lands really early. I wonder if she can get a follow-up, like maybe a DP off this.
Maybe in the corner, yeah.
Maybe in the
It's possible.
corner
Yeah,
too. I
that-
was thinking that too.
That would be really sick because people love to stand at like a far distance and sort of check you with some neutral jumps. So this could be really good in the corner to stop that.
Like
Mhm.
Capcom loves the idea of going air to air, like in every Street Fighter for some reason. It's like their dream, like with the air throws and everything. I'm telling you, man, they love it. But like, you know, back then the netcode wasn't good enough to really react to that. But in Street Fighter 6, you can. But in a realistic scenario where you see these kind of moves being used, though, is when the opponent is in the corner and you're doing like a shimmy and you see them trying to escape the corner. So like, I think to myself, okay, if they jump towards me and I jump backwards defensively and do this target combo, you know, do I get something off of it? Does it, you know, how does it keep them in the corner? Does it splat them down? That kind of thing. Like, that's usually when you see these kind of target combos. Most of the time, like someone jumps at you like this. I mean, I guess Elena's already in the air at this point, but you know, you're sitting there, you're chilling with the DP. The first hit, she's kicking upwards. Usually, like jumping medium punches hit upwards, and they cause like a juggle state in Street Fighter 6. So maybe you might be right. It's like her jumping medium punch target combo. You said it was medium heavy?
Medium punch, heavy punch in the older games, yeah.
Okay.
No, I was going to say something really important to mention about Elena, both in Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4 in particular. She has a super floaty jump. She goes really high, and it's a very long jump. So it might be easier for her to air and harder to jump in traditionally.
Okay.
So it's worth keeping in mind,
That's
I think.
good to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like Chun-Li, but even higher.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason to think that this is actually jumping medium punches, I think later on we'll see jumping medium kick target combo. So
Okay. Yeah, she has
Makes
a lot of
sense.
target combos.
yeah, for sure.
I wonder if she can delay the buttons a little bit too. Kind of like Hell Stab with Bison and
Yeah,
Super.
usually you can on air target combos.
Okay.
Because they want you to be able to confirm or change the timing of the knockdown.
Mm-hmm. And
I
once
don't know
again,
if it's gonna be like Hell Attack. Hell Attack is very delayable, but yeah.
And once again, they're trying to complement her kit because a lot of people are gonna kind of get a little antsy against her because their buttons are not gonna be able to keep up with hers. So a lot of people are gonna try jumping on Elena.
Yeah.
Okay, next move.
You have no idea how happy I am to see such a good sweep. After playing Terry for a while, man, this looks awesome.
Dude, Terry's sweep. Wow, look at this. Man, imagine if I tried doing this in real life, bro. Oh my god.
We don't see where she starts, but this sweep had insane range in Street Fighter 4. I mean, even in Street Fighter 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the hilarious unintended interactions for the entirety of the first patch of Ultra Street Fighter 4. This had low profile throughout the recovery too.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. I wonder if this could low profile fireballs in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder.
Yet another way to stop fireballs.
Yeah, it could. I mean, dude, it looks really like her entire body. You know, she's basically planking, right? And she's so tall.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'd be so silly if Elena had a short sweep. But they have been like the last, system changes. They have been trying to universally make sure everyone's sweep is punishable, no matter what, no matter where you are. So
meanwhile, Chun-Li, what?
Chun-Li, who's that, man? We haven't seen that character in forever. So yeah, I'm sure this will still be punishable. There'll be an extended hurt box, but yeah, the properties, the speed matters. It's hard to tell because it's already, like Mir said, it's already started up halfway. But yeah, if someone's chucking like a fireball, or like, let's say you're walking up to a Guile and he's like chucking booms, would you be able to catch him? Before that boom comes out, this sweep looks really good.
That's a good question. Definitely the Sonic Blade, though. I mean, that's
for sure.
Intended counterplay.
Yeah, like Bison, he's got a super far sweep, man, but it's slow. It's really slow sweep. So Aki's got a good sweep because it's so low profile. That's true. Okay, I mean, it's a sweep. Let's move on.
It looks great.
Okay, what is going on here, Mir? What is going on? What is this?
Okay. So that's a dash. You do that, but doing 4-4. No.
Okay, that's a dash. All right,
so
or forward rev.
After the dash.
Okay.
After the scary dash, you do forward medium kick. That's the other overhead.
Why makes you think this is forward medium kick?
Different. It looks so like the second part looks like your old overhead, Like after she does the handstand, that kick, the way it hits, looks exactly like her hold for the medium kick overhead. That used to be the fast overhead,
Okay.
and it was fast. I was fast.
Why?
But
Why
she has
is
a
this
target combo out of this too now. It seems.
Does this look slower than the other overheads though? Because she does like a handstand first. I mean, it's hard to talk because I'm watching this in slow motion.
The other one also does a handstand, but we didn't see all of it. I think.
Oh, okay.
Right. So,
I think this one might be faster.
I
don't know.
want to say that they made it easier to read because she does the full handstand. So like you see the feet in the air, you go like, oh, stand up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then there's the follow up, and that one's much more. I don't know, like it's definitely reminiscent.
Okay,
of,
so what's the difference
Jamie
between these two overheads? Why would I do this one and why would I do the other one?
So, my guess is this one is the fast one, and does less damage, and the other one is the slow one. And assuming that it is slower, then it would be harder to land, but it has a higher reward. Or it could be like I was saying, where it's a Zangief situation where you have to land a counter hit, and then you get the whole thing.
Okay.
And then like it has a completely different function where it's a counter hit overhead sort of tool.
Okay.
Hmm.
Once again, I'm thinking if you're drive rushing into this thing, which overhead would be better? I mean, having more than one overhead is better than just having one to deal with. But yeah, I'm doing another thing. I hate keep bringing up Terry, but dude, his overhead is so slow, bro. It's so slow, dude. Yeah, we'll see if this is reactable here. If you're drive rushing into it.
Something to consider is also Oki, right? Maybe one of them gives you better Oki
Yeah.
as well. I feel like here you could get a dash and be right on top of DJ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
By the way, I like to mention her poor medium punch overhead in Street Fighter 4 was 20 frames. And that was the slow one.
Oh my god.
The fast overhead was 12 frames.
What? 12?
Completely reactable. Completely
joking.
reactable.
Holy cow. 12 frames? What? That was just like the poke, right? Wearing you down? Dude, that is insane.
Yeah.
12 frames? My god. Yeah, just expect Elena players to hitting you with a lot of overheads throughout the match.
I think it makes sense. They always wanted her to be a little bit more mix-uppy than just a pure buttons character. Like if you want to compare it to someone like, I don't know, like Chun-Li or Vega.
Yeah.
She does have reach, but she obviously has the rest of the kit built with low overhead mix-up, right? So like the fact that she has multiple normal overheads makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. But it's not going to be like Ryu, where a Ryu player goes up to you and goes, overhead. Like this thing is not, both her overheads convert into knockdowns. They'll be knocking you on your butt. Okay. All right, let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom. So the other one was 4 hits. This one was 2 hits. Okay, what is going on here?
There's a button whiff.
Why is she whiffing a button?
Into random sweep.
Random?
I guess random slide.
Yeah.
So
what button was
I do
that?
believe this this is
Is that a scythe?
a crouching medium punch.
Oh.
And
that
the
looks
reason why I think that is
no.
because there's a target combo later, which used to start from a normal like this.
Wait.
That's
This is crouching medium punch, you sure?
I think so. It's not
Dude,
crouching
I'm
medium
so
kick,
lost.
but I've seen crouching medium kick.
I'm so lost.
Okay, it looks a lot like her old standing medium kick, but her standing medium kick, I think, is different in this game. Again, we'll see later. So my theory is that it's crouching medium punch.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's crouching, right? She's clearly crouching.
That doesn't really help with
It's hard to tell.
Elena because she does have some normals that are standing that look like they're crouching in the previous games.
Great.
So to add to the confusion of all kicks,
Yeah, I
you
know.
also have
I know. This is a tough one to break down because I don't know what the heck she's doing. You're gonna have to just like look at a lot of her Street Fighter 4 normals too. Have an idea.
This normal almost looks like it could work as an anti-air because she crouches down, but the leg is a little bit elevated.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I don't think it will be, but it's you know what I mean. Since it hits so far, who knows?
Because at first I was like, "Oh, this is crouching heavy punch," but then they show a normal that looks like crouching heavy punch more.
Okay.
And it's just difficult, guys. Okay, give me.
Yeah,
a break.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's
this
not a
reminds me.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This reminds me of Guile. Guile has a similar kick that works as an anti-air. Mir, you
standing
probably
medium
know
kick?
what. Yeah, right. So it reminds me of that.
I mean, this would be nice because it's crouching, right? So it would
Yeah.
make it easier to land if that is the intention. But I do think, based on what we see later, that it probably is just like a buffer combo tool sort of attack.
The chat says it's
That's why
standing
she's
medium.
whipping it in neutrals because she's trying to land it.
Bro, the chat says it's standing medium. The chat thinks it's standing normal. I can't even tell if she's crouch. I can't even, not even just the button. I can't even tell she's
That's what I mean,
crouching, bro.
Like her standing. Her old standing medium kick looks a lot like this, but then there's an attack later that looks like a standing medium kick.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get
problem.
into it. We'll get into it. Either way, it's a medium, guys, okay? It's a medium.
Yeah, it
for
seems like it's
sure.
a medium based on recovery and everything.
Dude, this button
As
doesn't
we
even
see.
hit, okay? This button whiffs. DJ sways and avoids it. Okay, and then...
And then the down forward heavy kick of death. Ah!
Okay, so she's gonna like Bison. She has a normal sweep, and she's got a slide on top of it. Except she doesn't go full screen
Right.
with it.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, historically, this is down forward heavy kick. It used to be extraordinarily obnoxious in Street Fighter 4, of the kind that, some matchups you can't throw fireballs against Elena.
Yeah.
So I hope that it doesn't go nearly as far, it's not nearly as safe, and it's not nearly as fast, and everything that comes with
Is
it.
she gonna go underneath fireballs with this? Because like she's hitting DJ
could.
during the startup, but I can't tell because her
I
hand
would
is up.
hope that she doesn't, but she could in previous games.
Okay,
Or in Street Fighter 4, I should
in
say.
Street Fighter 4. Okay.
She has her hand up. Maybe that's, like a
Yeah,
hint
that's
that
what's
a
kind of
hurt.
throwing me off.
Yeah. This is animated just like Rashid's slide that does go under fireballs. So I wonder.
I could see that, yeah. I mean, it did used to do that, so for what's worth, Legacy tells us.
Once again,
It-
since she has a slide, drive rush slide.
Yay!
No.
I'm just saying, drive rush slide, is it gonna be plus? I don't know. I just keep thinking drive rush.
No way this is any less than -4. I hope not.
Poor DJ, man. Okay.
Please no.
So the slide is down for heavy kick, I'm assuming. Sweep is just
Yes,
crouching
that's
heavy kick.
that's what it used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Got it. All right. All right. Let's move on. Figure out that button later.
Taunting us.
What is this? Taunt?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We don't have to guess on this one.
It's a kick. Oh my god.
Are you gonna have one of those cool videos where like someone does a taunt with Elena and she's just dodging everything, projectiles? She looks like she's like, oh man, what's that movie called? When, dude, this is like Ocean's 12, like dodging the lasers and stuff.
Interesting.
Stealing an
Oh.
artifact. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about. Oh, what's that movie called with Sean Connery? No, I forgot. All right. Anyways, back to video games. Okay. This is where it gets
Now
crazy.
the problems begin.
Oh, here we go.
Yo, this is where it
the
gets
best
crazy.
part.
This is where it gets
Perhaps
crazy.
as choice words.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How are we gonna explain this? There's a lot to do with this move here. Okay. Like there's a lot to explain with just this part here. All right. Go ahead. Someone.
So this move is called Lynx Song. So basically, this is a special move you can use which is invulnerable to fireballs. She sort of rolls towards DJ, and you can see the fireballs going through. So this is really good for Elena to have. We've been mentioning all these other moves that look like they could do the job. Well, this one does definitely. We know that
Yeah.
for a fact.
Okay.
And it is confirmed from the blog. Like, we know that. For a
Okay.
fact
So
on top of seeing it.
this is straight up projectile invincible, right? She's not just dodging the fireball. So this
Yes.
will go through Terry, Jury, fireballs. It'll go through everything basically. JP spikes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the blog says fireball invulnerable, so like
Got
take
it.
that as you will.
Okay.
They said that.
Another thing too is the startup on this thing looks hella fast. Like, am I gonna be able to go through fireballs on reaction with this thing, or is this gonna be like Manong, where I'm like making a hard read? Like, this looks super fast.
I don't know. I think it's pretty fast.
Yeah, it looks hella fast, man. It looks like
if you look at this clip though, the roll starts when DJ's starting the fireball. So like I don't think in this clip they're showing a reaction.
yeah,
But I think on slower fireballs it would be possible.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's definitely fast enough to get a punish counter throw here. So
Yeah.
There's like a
That's
big difference
too.
between like doing a anti-fireball move on reaction and making a read.
Yeah, guessing.
A
Yeah.
big difference.
Well,
So
there's two things worth mentioning here. This is the best case scenario where Elena can completely recover and throw DJ.
Okay.
right? Like, so this is, like you did it on prediction, and DJ's just sitting there, and you
Right.
just throw his ass.
Right. Right.
But there are follow-ups out of this move we're gonna see later. So like if you
Yeah.
do it with the improper timing, you might have to cancel into a follow-up, and that would, still give you the punish.
Uh-huh.
Just not as ideal as a, like a full-on.
Mm-hmm. So this is the
Punch
first
kinda
special
throw
move they show
or
in
forward.
this trailer, right?
Yeah.
As far as we know, yeah, unless they changed, the slide or something.
What about the different strengths on this? Like, is it going to change the distance as she goes, and probably the startup too, right? How fast it is?
I think so, yeah. Later we see some rolls that appear, at least to me, to go different lengths.
Yeah.
So I believe that there is a difference between
The thing
the strengths.
is like, okay, this is an anti-projectile move, but it's a dodge. Like if she is successful, right, she gets to do whatever she wants, and in this case, she does a throw, but it's different than like like a spin knuckle or something where it's like a canned hit or an OD cycle crusher. So
Yeah.
if
True.
she is able to do this on reaction, man, that is quite strong because like you're just full
Well,
con. Look at the
remember-
distance she covers too. She's going really.
But remember
far.
again that you have to go through the entirety of the recovery to be able to do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I think the intended way for you to use this is to use the follow-ups
Mm-hmm.
through a fireball.
Okay.
Because then you'd be acting a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this is best case scenario where you predicted the fireball correctly, and now the
Right.
opponents are sitting down.
And as we see
And this is a
later,
pretty decent fireball. Like, it's not that slow, DJ's fireball. So
yeah, it's a charge. So this move, like, this is like essential for Elena, right? Like, she's not gonna be just using this to go through fireball. She's using it for everything, right? Which we're gonna go over eventually.
Yes.
Like, this is like one of her core moves. What's it called again? Lynx Song?
Yes.
Lynx Song. Got it. It's hard for me to do that blog with those puns, man.
yeah,
I'm like,
It's almost confusing.
I'm like losing my mind, bro, reading that blog.
But this is great, and having the follow-ups, which we'll get into later, will just make spacing it easier, right? If you're like, oh wait, I'm too far away to get a throw, let me just cancel into the follow-up and to still blow up the fireball attack.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Okay, fourth throw. What's that?
Something I wanted to bring up here
Uh-oh.
is just look at the distance in
no.
which he ends up after throwing.
Here we go,
DJ.
guys. Time to put on the tinfoil hats. I know what's coming. Keep going,
This
Hats.
is crazy. But here's what I'm gonna say. Whenever I feel like anybody who plays the game is looking at this, we're all wondering, oh wow, she's really far back. Are throw loops actually
The Kobe,
gone?
the chat's already
No.
spamming Kobe.
But guys,
Look, bro, look.
the answer is don't get your hopes up, because if you compare this to Dalsum's throw,
Oh no.
they're about the same distance away, and in the corner, Dalsum just doesn't get pushed out as far, and he can still get a throw loop.
Yeah, see, it's that's the
So,
thing. Mena brought up a tweet,
okay?
right? Yo,
Mm.
Mena dissected the footage before us, and he looked at the fourth throw, bro, and he thinks that maybe throw loops might be gone. This might be a hint, but the thing is that the game has like hard coded distance on the fourth throws in the corner, so we don't know unless we see the corner, right? That's where the throw loops happen.
yeah.
So like,
exactly,
for example,
exactly.
Ryu, okay, like when Ryu throws you mid screen, like you gotta, you're not close enough to throw loop, but it was in the corner. This guy is just standing next to you. It's like he doesn't move back at all. He's just chilling.
Yeah.
Like he's already in throwing. So it's impossible to tell, guys, if throw loops are gone. Dude, it's impossible to tell even when people are playing the damn game. Throw loops are gone. So
But
like,
let me add two things to this.
okay,
So,
okay.
imagine they showed Chun-Li in this trailer,
Got it.
and it's like, oh, Chun-Li has no throw loops. Throw loops gone. Some characters don't have throw loops. Maybe
Right.
Elena doesn't have throw loops.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
one thing.
Okay.
Also, the
Also
second thing is that
possibility.
it's very possible that if the advantage is enough, that she could roll in with, like the Lynx Song we just
Yeah.
described,
Right.
and use it as an Oki tool. So she
Right.
could have loops in a different way. Like, it wouldn't have to be a dash or a driver. Maybe it is with the Lynx Song. So
Okay.
basically, the conclusion is we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up, guys. No.
Isn't it bad though that she's throwing the opponent so far though? Because she's not a character that has a fireball. So like, why would she?
But she has a slide.
I guess she has a slide, but like, is it ideal? Like, I think a character like Elena would want to push to the corner. So like, her being this far, I don't know how it really benefits her. I mean, unless we had a certain healing spell, like it'd be good to have this kind of distance. But like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't really see the benefit of her throwing so far here.
I think it was just a way, like, cinematic way to show you that she has a throw. Here's the punish counter throw.
Okay.
I do think Capcom wants you to play Elena at mid range. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
But also, it's probably going to be a Terry situation where she's going to do the Lynx Song into a follow-up space well enough to either be plus or at least safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So
turn
she's
green.
probably going to have some of those gimmicks. Or yeah, just worst case scenarios, turn green and get a meaty.
Turn green. Got it. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so once again,
Oh, here's the other part.
yeah, we'll get to now that once again, remember guys, Lynx Song. This is something we have to focus on because we're gonna be seeing this a lot here, this move. So Lynx Song,
Yes.
projectile invincible, forward throw. Okay. This is where this is the point now, guys, where I'm lost, okay? Where I need you guys' help to know what the heck is
Don't
going
worry, we got you.
on. Okay. What are we
Perhaps.
seeing here now? What is this?
So
Well,
yeah,
go ahead, Hap.
this is the first. I guess let's call it the first follow up from Link's Song.
Okay.
And it's called Leopard.
Called what?
Leopard Snap. Leopard Snap.
Leopard snap.
Leopard snap.
Yeah. So it's basically just a move you use to like get in. It's a poke.
Oh. Okay.
So this one does not have, once you cancel into this second special move or the follow up, it does not have projectile invulnerability.
Okay.
Specifically.
Supposedly.
And something else that Capcom mentioned is whenever you do a stronger version, the OD version of these moves, this thing I think becomes is it plus on block, I believe?
Yes, it's a plus on hit and block, if I
Yes.
remember correctly.
So this tells me that the normal version we're looking at right now probably will at best be safe and at worst be punished.
Right. This is a
So
poke.
it's something. Yeah, it's just a poke.
How's the blog describe this move? Like, what does it say?
It's a useful, long-reaching attack, useful for getting in.
Useful
So,
for getting it.
Literally a poke.
Okay, so what?
I think the idea here is that DJ is gonna wake up jab or something, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you just get stuffed.
Oh,
in the
okay.
chest
I
with
see.
the-
So it's something that it's something you have that's quick and is threatening right away, basically.
Yeah,
To
because the important
condition
part
the
about,
opponent.
The important part about this move, and we're gonna see that later, is that you don't want it to keep going. So you might want to interrupt Elena when you see her.
Right.
However, this is to keep you in check, basically, like to prevent you from interrupting her.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's to condition you. Why is she glowing when she's doing this?
I think this is to signify the cancel. It's like, hey, you're canceling Link's Song into a follow-up.
Okay, that's where I'm lost in this trailer because I know she can
glow.
power up her moves, so I'm so confused. Like when I'm seeing what is.
I
What is
believe this is not powered up because she rolls only once on the ground.
Yes.
Like, you
Okay.
see how she just rolls once.
Got it. Okay, so this is not
So-
an EX move, right? This is just like her own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is just a.
So what's
a
the command?
roll
What's
and-
the command for this? This is like Link's Song is like what? Let's just imagine like a core circle forward kick or
This
something.
is where I have no idea.
No
Okay.
idea.
Because it could be a punch follow up, it could be a kick follow up, it could, it could
All right,
be
so
two
it's just kind of
buttons.
like going into like a stance, like or a sway, right? And then you press a button, and it'll do one of all the moves, basically.
Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
assume.
So she will not be able to do this move raw. She has to go into Link's Song first to do this move.
Yes, that is
Yes.
correct.
Got it. Okay. Okay, I'm with you guys.
So this move reminds me a lot of Ken's run into step kick,
Okay.
where he has the run. Ken can like stop the run and grab you, and like Mir was saying, this is to like condition people to
Mhm.
not throw out buttons when they see either the roll or the run. But in Ken's case, he is if he doesn't space it correctly, he can be punished. So I
Mhm.
assume something similar will happen.
And she is counter hitting DJ, right? DJ is trying to press a button here, and she knocks him down.
Yeah.
So this might
Yeah,
not
exactly.
knock down if it's not a counter hit, maybe.
It's
I don't know.
possible, but I think it makes sense if it just counter hit, or sorry, if it just knocks down.
Mhm.
Since it's just a simple way to keep the opponent in check, it's not supposed to be super rewarding, I think.
Because Ken's step kick, man, on that thing, dude, not knocking down, then he gets full conversion is crazy, man. So
Yeah, he does.
So Elena
He
just
really
knocking you
does.
down here. Because she has to have something really threatening, like to stop people from mashing buttons when she's doing this, right? Because she's gonna be doing this move a lot, so you want to keep people conditioned. I wonder what they, yeah. I think this
the
will be
knockdown
safe on
is
block,
really
bro.
good.
I think this will be safe.
I mean, with
You
the
think
range,
so?
for sure.
I think it's gonna be safe.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
space
At
it.
range, I agree. I'm just wondering if you do it right in DJ's face.
Oh, that looks
Oh.
like -5 to me.
I'm guessing
That's
minus. I'm
what it
guessing
looks like.
minus
Yeah, right?
4. I'm guessing -4.
Yeah, -4 would be nice.
Okay. Okay, so we saw
buffer
Lynx
-3
Song,
of
and this is
move.
called Leopard Snap.
Yes.
Yes.
Leopard Snap. Okay. All right. Moving on. Oh boy. Okay.
What's this? Oh
Oh,
my god.
another
that-
follow-up
Okay, there's a
It's
lot
another
going on
kick,
here.
guys.
into a special move.
Okay.
So the thing you see here, this launcher, this is the second follow-up called Harvest Circle. And basically it is exactly what I said, it's a launcher, but what's interesting about this is the only follow-up out of Lynx Song that keeps the projectile invulnerability.
Mhm.
So this really feels like can run into DP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. So during this whole move, she's still projectile invincible. All right. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yes.
Okay. What is this going to happen? Like, what if she does this against like Rashid's like level 2 super? Or like Ed level 2? I'm just curious.
Oh, that's
like,
I mean,
super
if the
interesting.
roll is completely projectile invincible and this is completely projectile invincible, you might be able to clear it.
yeah, I'm
Especially
thinking that
because,
too.
you can roll more than once on the ground. We're gonna see that later. So
Ken can run uppercut
Yeah.
on Rashid. Like if Rashid's like really close on him, he can run through it and then do his uppercut. So I wonder if Elena can too. Okay, so the first Lynx song that she's doing right at the beginning here, it doesn't it look shorter to you guys? I guess because she's canceling it earlier, but I don't know the distance on it. Am I tripping out? Is she like not moving that far
No,
forward?
I think you're right. I think you're right. It
yeah, I
might
think
look a
this
little
might
bit
be one of
shorter.
the versions that
Yeah,
like a light version.
yeah. I think the Lynx song has different versions of distance and
I
speed.
think so too. You can see that more clearly later as well in the trailer. There's other examples like
What
this.
the heck is DJ doing during this? He's doing his back heavy kick.
He's doing back heavy kick
Okay.
for some reason. But
yeah.
then he gets kicked in the nether regions and you get sent up in the air.
Okay,
And,
this has got to be
the
unsafe
follow-up
on block
is-
for sure, right? This has to
Yeah.
be
Yes,
unsafe.
I think-
Has to be.
I think this is like you do the roll and you see a fireball, or
Yeah.
like you're doing it on reaction and you're trying to punish the fireball. This is like what you're mashing during the roll as fast as possible
Mm,
to try and get the hit.
okay.
And then she gets a follow-up scratch wheel.
So
That's his
the
this is her
only
DP.
realistically, you'd only be going into this move if you think someone's gonna throw a fireball, right? Like you can't poke with this. I mean, maybe you can combo into it.
No, I don't think
No,
it's a no, I don't think it's a poke tool. It's something that you use as counterplay because it has projectile invulnerability and or maybe on Oki, like we saw before.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that you just do.
Yeah.
For doing poke.
There's no way.
I also don't think it's something you dial in as a read. I think this is something you dial in once you actively see the fireball. And if you don't see it, if you're like, oh, bad read, you cancel into her other follow-up. Or
Okay.
nothing,
Mhm.
depending on the spacing.
And what is this
But
move
you do
called
have
again?
to commit because Harvest
Harvest
Circle.
Circle.
Harvest Circle, and it only does one hit
Yeah, that's
It
what it
looks
looks like.
because the follow up is her uppercut, right?
Yes,
Yes.
it's a punish counter effect here because hit during the recovery. But I
Uh-huh.
would expect that this just launches just like that. Like I don't think this is a higher launch than normal.
What does the blog post say on this move?
That it's a launcher and maintains invisibility to projectiles.
Okay,
Yes.
launcher. Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't expect you would be doing this move if it's not going to be punish counter, right? It's going to be if you want to stuff a button, you're going to do the leopard snap instead, I think.
But even then, I just expect this to be the hit reaction on natural hit too, because it could be
Yeah.
useful for combos and things, right? Like we don't know, of course.
Resource
the
wise,
bounce
it's
up
good,
might just
right?
be slow.
A lot of things
Yeah,
like
I mean it's meterless.
yeah, a lot of things I juggle in this game usually cost meter, like OD donkey kick or whatever, right? So like this being mirrorless is pretty rewarding. Like I'm suspecting you can go into super or whatever you want to do, raw drive rush and juggle into the corner or whatever.
Mhm.
Okay, you guys want to talk about the
Scratch
uppercut
wheel
now?
seems exactly the same.
So
It's
her uppercut's
a
called
DP.
scratch wheel.
Yes.
Okay.
You would know if you play Street Fighter 4 because she yells it every time she does the EX version, and then it's ingrained in your brain.
I like her animation on this move. It's cool.
Me too.
She spins around when she does it.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, I like it. I mean, visually, Elena's always been fairly striking, I think, but obviously in this game, the animations are
Do
a
you-
level above.
Do you remember the angle on her uppercuts in Street Fighter 4? Was it a good uppercut angle? Did you use
light
it like
is
Shoto
on the
style?
spot. Yeah, you don't move at all if you do light
Oh,
scratch
okay.
wheel. You stay in place. In fact, people used to whiff it for meters sometimes.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome.
Okay, because after playing Terry and Mai, like their uppercut distances were really weird. So,
Mhm.
She
She has multiple versions of this, but the heavy one doesn't go that far, to be fair.
We don't know which
So
version
I
this
would
is, right?
expect these to be N tiers for close jumps more than far jumps.
Why
Yeah,
does
maybe
her
this is where
uppercut
Renome's
have the
come in.
glow? Like, this throws me off so much. Why does it have the glow effect?
It's just special moves. Her over
Yeah.
hers have this glow.
Why does she get the glow? Why doesn't
Because
Ryu
she's
get the glow?
cool.
Why doesn't Ryu glow when he does his dog kick? That's why I'm
Ryu's
saying
not
it's throwing me
cool.
off, bro. Why does she get the glow? I don't understand.
I don't know. I feel like certain characters get certain effects. I feel like Luke gets a smoke on his forearms every time he does a flash knuckle.
Oh
or
yeah, he
firewall,
does.
so-
Yeah, he's fired up.
I mean, just imagine it this way, right? This character is all kicks, and she's doing special moves that are other kicks. At least, these are special. Make it look different.
These are
Right.
actual special moves.
I remember like during the alpha testing for Street Fighter V, they didn't initially want the characters to be like flashing yellow when they were doing their EX moves. They tried to just have the ink effect for their EX moves, but they decided
And
not to.
You couldn't see anything.
Yeah, because you couldn't tell what the heck is going on if they're using meter or not, right? So I'm just a little confused because I know that she can empower her moves, so it's throwing me off. So
No,
seeing
the
this
scratch
glow.
wheel is not a move that can be empowered. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
just an upper.
You think she'll be able to crosscut with this?
I don't see why not. I think it's always been just a traditional DP. Honestly, it's not very different than
Right. Yeah, I guess we'll talk about the reversal because we see the EX version later, but
Yeah.
A character like this, like with buttons this good, target combos this good, having an actual like traditional upper body invincible uppercut, scary. Really scary.
Should be actual full air invincible, I think. It could be that they do it in a way where only one of the versions is the one that you're supposed to be using for anti-airs.
Yeah.
But it is a little unintuitive by Street Fighter 6 standards. Usually it's all of them.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder how the Oki is on this because she's pretty close after the DP. I wonder if you can dash.
I don't know, man. Capcom's been paying attention to that. Like the only character I think that has like Oki after like a reverse or whatever is like Luke. He's like the only one right now. They went after Akuma too, man.
Specifically?
Yeah, like talking about the DPs. I mean, I guess like Drive Rush.
Well,
yeah, you'll have Oki. Like,
Luke's fun fact: Luke's heavy DP is really slow. But if you hit it, you can actually just dash up and you're plus.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm just wondering.
Well, either way,
it depends. There's a lot of meterless anti-airs that, or like attacks that do give you Oki. I mean, since we're talking about characters that we play, Guile's light, like all the flash kicks have the same plus frames, but the light flash kick leaves you very close. You can dash once and you're in their face.
Oh, really?
So it could be the same in this case, right? Like where one version has very good Oki and other versions that have more damage maybe have worse Oki.
Either way, it's Elena doesn't have to do scratch wheel here. Like she can do a bunch of things that would give better Oki if she wanted to. I'm assuming she's just doing the uppercut just for damage.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
She could probably get
normally scratch wheel hits multiple times, by the way. So like the fact that this hits once, I wonder if it means this
it does.
Is
Okay, that's important to know. All right, cool.
It also almost seems like you could get a maybe a drive rush here. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we see full on Oki right after, right?
No. I mean to juggle.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I'm
not sure about that.
That'd be crazy, though. That'd be crazy.
Out of the launcher, that would be really
her
sick.
act immediately out of the recovery with the Lynx Song here, and it doesn't. I don't know.
Cool. Continuing on, so now it's showing some Oki here.
Yeah, with Lynx
empty.
Song. See, this one also seems kind of short.
Yeah, so you use this instead of dashing because then the opponent doesn't know what special you're gonna go into, basically. And then it showed.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying before it showed that leopard snap, and it showed, hey DJ, this is what happens if you wake up and mash buttons. So DJ's like, okay, I'm not gonna mash buttons this time, and then he gets tossed, right? It's just kind of showing you how tricky she is, like all the different options she has.
Well, the thing that's interesting here is that you see that the throw is meaty. Like she starts throwing before DJ's completely up.
Throw loops.
So in this situation, seems to be more of a frame kill, right? Like you do this and you're +3.
It's all auto timed. You're saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
That's my guess. Because the throw is really meaty. Like it does. You see that DJ is not even. His head is not even up when the throw starts.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Something I want to say about this might look like, I don't know, maybe people don't think this is this good. But guys, this is really strong because of meter efficiency. If you look at characters like Ed or Terry that can like gap the distance without using drive rush, it's really nice because then you can save your meter to either do mix-ups once you're already in and continue your pressure, or go for big damage.
Especially if
So
you're
far,
covering
what we're seeing,
more distance than a normal traditional dash too.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Another
So this is really
thing
nice.
here is if she is +3, like I was saying,
Yeah.
and she can throw, she's not even point blank. You can get shimmied here so easily.
Yeah. That's true.
This is strong. Like it's a good situation.
Yeah, and you don't know like
Oh,
once
this is out of imagine, you know, like throwing a fireball and getting hit by the harvest cycle, right?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
circle, sorry, harvest circle. And
Yeah.
then this all happens because you do scratch wheel and into Oki.
Yeah, that's true. Get damage and you get a nice setup after. Yeah, that's true. Like she's definitely plus enough to walk backwards. It seems.
Mhm.
Yeah, because she's already up. Crazy. Cool. So this is her back throw.
Yes. And this is you know, like it's reminiscent of how it used to look.
Yeah, I didn't it before. She used to kind of like use her leg to knock you back. This does look like she's using her arm to throw this time.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
she
that's
like
true. She used their foot. You're
yeah,
right.
she used her
This is
foot
more like
before.
her whole body to
Right,
throw,
right,
which is
right,
probably a little bit more realistic.
So this is interesting because she's actually closer to DJ after a back throw than a forward throw.
Mhm.
Reminds me a lot of another neutral control character named Ed. So
Okay.
this makes sense.
Yeah, once again, I'm
I
curious
think
in the
it makes sense
corner.
because you're also side switching, right? So like you're losing, in theory, losing control mid screen if you do this.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that you're closer.
Capcom's trying to go after a lot of the back throws too, because you know perfect parry in the corner and then side swap,
Mhm.
making sure that a lot of characters can drive rush and continue pressure after. Some can still, but not too many now.
Mhm.
They're going after that,
Some people could literally walk before they changed that
bro. That was
basically
crazy.
across the cast. Like no one can really
such
do it
a huge
anymore.
reward
They
for
have
perfect.
to use drive rush at least.
Yeah. Okay. Next up. Okay, I'm starting.
More
To get...
whiffs.
Oh man, I'm so confused. This is the part where I completely fall apart and I have no idea what's going on. So here we go again. Okay, so what's going on? What's this?
So that's a well, I think that's a crouching light punch.
This is a crouching light punch?
Yes.
Is it?
We'll see later why this makes sense.
Oh man, dude. What kind of what? She's hitting so high though.
Unless it's a standing light punch, which is even worse because she has hands on the ground.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Okay, whatever. She's doing a crouching light attack. DJ sways again.
Yeah.
What's this?
Now I have a sway too.
Okay, what's going on here?
So this move is called Moon Glider, and it's a backswing blow. I mean, that's what that is.
Okay, hold on. The moon. Okay, this is our new special move.
Yes.
She's never had this before, right?
No.
Okay, so Moon Glider, this entire thing that we're seeing here is all part of the move, or is it like Lynx Song where she can cancel it and blah blah blah? Is this all one entire move?
The
That's
way
my
I understand it, yeah, the way I understand it, it's a whole move. It might have, it might be split into follow-ups or something, but like it's not explained in the blog.
The blog doesn't say anything about this move. What does the blog say about this?
I will tell you what it says.
Okay.
Moon Glider is an evasive technique where Elena steps back before performing a vertical spinning kick, sending the opponent in the air.
A vertical spinning kick. Okay.
Here it is.
There it is. And then is flying.
And then he's flying away.
Yeah, it looks. I don't know what the situation here is, but the way they get knocked up seems to me almost like you can get a DP in the corner after this.
This is crazy. Okay, so the difference between this and DJ sway is that DJ can choose to do a feint with it, but maybe Elena can't. Yeah, maybe Elena can't.
My guess is that on block she only does this part, and the second part doesn't come out.
She's got to be punishable during this though. There's no way she's gonna be able to spam this, right?
Maybe you can space it, but yes, I would assume that this is just minus, like punishable.
It's crazy they gave her this move. She already
And
has
before
enough.
-3.
Dude, bro, it's crazy they gave her this move though. Like she already has a ton of evasive stuff, but they gave her a sway too. She you know,
Well,
she already has
needs it.
Lynx Song swaying forward. Now she's swaying back. Like,
I think it makes sense in a game with drive rush, right? It's like
Yeah.
you can do this when people are drive rush
bro,
jabbing
she's
you
gonna
and
be able
stuff.
to drive rush into this move. This is like suppressor.
That is also intended.
Dry rush
yes.
suppressor,
Oh
baby.
my
No, drive rush
God, dude.
this
She's
way,
gonna
like
drive rush
CJ.
into this, dude.
Day 1 technique.
Into level 3.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what the reward on a shimmy with this move is.
I don't think you get anything out of this aside maybe from the corner, like I was mentioning, where you might get a DP, but mid screen I don't believe.
The startup looks slow. Like I don't even know if you're gonna be able to combo to this thing. Right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I wouldn't
evasiveness
think so.
backwards is like she goes fast backwards. Like you see how much distance she covers when she evades.
Yeah.
Like look at that, and it's really quick. We're looking at this in slow motion. It looks like a full speed move.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it is really fast. That's true.
Hmm.
All these follow-up
It-
hits, these aren't overheads or anything crazy, right? These are just normal attacks.
We don't know,
Okay.
but it doesn't look like an overhead.
Okay. Wow.
I wonder if you could use this move if you have a hard read that a super is coming. If you could use it and punish it this
Oh.
way.
Interesting.
I was so
Well,
confused.
considering
'cause-
that you.
Sorry.
Oh, so go ahead.
I was just so confused when I first saw this in the trailer. I thought this was like another version of Lynx Song. So, and because she's glowing when she's doing it, but I didn't realize this is
Just a
all
special
entirely
move.
one move.
Yeah.
What is it called again?
Moon Glider.
Moon Glider.
And
Okay.
if it is entirely one move, well, I guess they say it is.
Yeah.
Are there different strength versions to it, and how far back do they go?
Oh, that's a good
Example.
question. Yeah.
Right.
Because the follow-up spinning attack seems to be, it's implied at least by the blurb that it just happens, right? So the
Yeah.
different strengths probably, like you said, just gives you different distances of evasion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, OD Moon Glider would be crazy.
Oh, I just had like a perverse thought. What if Light Moon Glider is a feint and they didn't say that?
Oh yeah, it doesn't do the follow.
Oh, dude, yeah,
That would
you're
be
probably
crazy.
right. It's probably empty. That's how they're gonna work around it. Oh no, you're probably right,
Well,
dude.
hopefully they don't do that.
Yeah, the light version's gonna be nothing. The light version's
You
gonna
probably
be. They're
need
gonna have dry rush into this move, man. I'm telling you. I can see it
Yeah.
already, man.
You know how people?
God.
Oh my god, how some people after throw they drive rush and sometimes whiff a jab or whiff throw to bait out the DP.
Yeah.
Just do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
Yeah, you
The
can
game
bait
plan's coming
reversals,
together.
Bait buns. Yeah, this is suppressor for sure.
Okay.
Capoeira suppressor. Okay. Next up, what do we got here?
Yep. Le crouching medium kick.
This is
Yeah.
crouching medium kick.
Yeah.
And from
It looks
for
nice.
once, we're certain on what normal this is. Crouching medium
Yes,
kick.
crouching medium kick.
What do you think about the distance on this thing? Range.
Kind of short.
It seems kind of short, hey?
I don't know. It reminds me of
I mean, she does move
Chun-Li's.
forward, to be fair.
Terry's crouching medium kick
Well-
doesn't look like it doesn't move that forward that much, but it does.
Well,
It
because
really
I was
does.
gonna say, so this crouching medium kick now it whiffs, right? But I know that, or I know rather, in the trailer it is shown that is used as a drive rush tool, but not to cancel out of. Like you go into the crouching medium kick, so it could be one of those that is just a poke.
Right.
And if it is just a poke, then it probably goes further than we expect.
Yeah, we don't know for
Yeah.
sure, but it's heavily implied in the trailer that she cannot cancel her crouching medium kick. Could she
Mhm.
before in Street Fighter 4? Do we know?
You
guys?
know, actually, I don't remember. Crouching medium punch for sure. Crouching medium kick, I don't know. Yes,
Does
it
anyone
was
in the
special
chat
cancel.
remember?
I have it open right here. Special cancel and super cancel.
Okay. All right, nice. You're on standby, you're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, because I need to talk about the frame data for Mallet Smash for week.
Oh my God. I mean, like a lot of people are kind of panicking because they're like, "Oh no, she can't cancel her low crouch medium kick, low tier confirmed, right?" But it's not always necessarily the case, you know. It depends. It doesn't like Marisa, dude, where it's just completely useless. But like, you know, Aki, Guile, Kimberly, like these characters, you know, we see later in the trailer too. I think she does drive rush crouching medium kick. So, as the frame data is what really determines it, right? If she be able to safely
Yeah.
poke with this and drive rush into this, and what she gets off of it. is what really matters.
Well, it whiffs.
And plus, you have so many overheads too. Okay, it whiffs.
DJ is like, I'm gonna whiff punish this with the slowest move of my life,
Okay,
and whiff.
all right.
Oh, well, that
Oh.
one looked like standing medium kick
Right
after the
on.
heavy kick.
Okay.
What is this?
So my theory
Uh-oh.
is that this is standing medium punch.
This is standing medium punch?
Yeah, this.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
This thing right here?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And then it goes into probably another medium punch.
I'm not getting involved in
Oh.
this, guys. You just say what you
Yeah,
want.
I'm not
I'm
sure.
I
just
know,
gonna
it's
keep
so
my mouth
tough.
shut, dude. I'm
Because
not.
like the problem is that there's another thing later that looks like a standing medium.
I'm not. I'm not. Not this time. You two
Yeah,
can't
anyway.
come after
Sure.
me if I don't say
This is
anything.
a standing into another standing and we get something out of it.
You can't lose if you
Into a
don't play.
special move.
I'm not saying anything. Okay.
So, well, it's cancelable, right? Like this is cancelable target combo.
Yo, this is not.
Uh,
Okay. This is not like some kind of
the-
punish counter
well,
thing? Because isn't that like the punish
it is
counter?
it is a punish counter.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
In this situation, at least.
Is this a target combo? It looks like a link at the same time.
No, I think it's a target combo. See how it animates so fluidly, and
Okay.
then it cancels into the rhino hole.
Okay. So it's a cancelable target combo.
Yes.
Okay.
It makes me wonder if the second hit with some crouchers because it's so high.
Huh.
That's really good. Like she'll be able to like buffer into this constantly if it is a medium.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not from super far ranges, but it's important for our combos. We see it later.
Okay.
Again, and then another returning move, Rhino Horn.
Okay, Rhino Horn.
This used to have a difficult input, or well, difficult. It was what was it? I have to go back. So I wonder if it's gonna have the full.
Right. I think
like, have
Mallet
to go back.
Smasher was have to go back too, wasn't it?
I
Pretty sure
don't
it
remember.
was. This is gonna be a
Check.
quarter circle for sure, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. This
This is
is Street
Coruscant.
Fighter 6 here.
Okay.
I think
This-
Mallet Smash was a DP. I want to say, but
So the
So-
Rhino Horn is what? Combo filler?
Pretty much. But it whiffs on crouchers, and in the corner you can get the scratch wheel.
Oh,
off of
just
it.
like Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
Like she gets a
It
jump
also has a
up.
lot of corner carry in previous games, like the heavy version in particular goes very, very far. And actually, you could use it to go through fireballs with the EX version in some of the old games.
Okay.
I say some of the old games.
But
I
like,
think in Street Fighter
are
4 you
Elena
could.
players gonna be throwing this move out like Unga Bunga, like Rhino Horn?
I hope
I-
not.
Yeah, especially because it whiffs on crouchers. It seems pretty dangerous to do.
But if it whiffs on
Um,
crouchers, doesn't that mean that Capcom has an excuse to make this thing like safe on block? You know what I mean? Like the way to counter it is
No.
the crouch, and they'll make it rewarding if you get away with it, like burn knuckle styles or something.
That's
Could
an
be.
interesting idea. Yeah, maybe.
I feel like they want this to be used either for very long range, kind of like something that use space, like donkey kick,
Okay.
or just in combo. I don't think it's gonna be that good in neutral, but you could use it. You know, like you throw it out there when you think, oh, the opponent's gonna do something full screen, and I just hit him before.
This
he
is
does
gonna
it,
fly
because the
over
thing
Jury
goes-
Fireball though, right? Like Jury Fireball,
Yeah,
Jury
for
Fireball.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that might be
I
good
say
for
it,
them.
then
Another-
it gets hit.
Yeah, that matchup is looking better and better as we
I
go
mean,
through the video.
dude, she has like enough stuff that goes through fireballs already, even without this. So, yeah, I'm
Mhm.
curious.
Yeah.
Like, if the opponent crouches this, is she just gonna land in front of them and just be minus $1 billion? That's probably what's gonna happen, right? I don't think she'll fly
That
past.
seems fair.
I think she's
that
gonna
would seem
just
fair,
land
yeah.
right in front of them. Yeah,
Something I don't think the OD version of this is going to be anti-fireball. That would be too much.
yeah.
Especially
I don't
because
think
we
so
see
either.
another purpose for it later in the video.
Oh,
where
okay.
I think it's
Yeah.
used to side switch.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. I also don't think it's gonna be anti-fireball. That would be excessive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so it's just target combo, cancelable, into
Mhm.
Rhino Horn. Okay,
I really like how Rhino Horn looks, by the way. And I just wanted to
Yeah,
say
me
that.
too.
Rhino Horn.
Honestly, all of her special moves look so good.
Oh yeah,
They're very well animated.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now
Now what?
you're gonna love this.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Crouching light kick, crouching light punch, standing light kick.
Come on. That crouching light kick, crouching light punch. Standing what?
Staying light kick, I think. Maybe staying light
Oh
punch.
my
I don't know.
god, that standing light kick is
It looks like a chain,
huge.
right? This is all a chain.
Yeah, that's why I think that is a crushing light punch, because that's a
Oh
chain.
my god. Okay. Whatever. It's a light chain. She's doing a light
It
chain,
could be
guys.
staying light punch because like it goes like that, but I don't know. Obviously, this character is all
Oh,
kicks.
yeah, dude. Her lights.
Yeah.
This is if like her lights go really far. By the way, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
super
Oh, yeah.
far.
She got long legs.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
you
the
think this is the
fact you
last one?
can-
Standing light kick or standing light punch? I'm confused.
Could be staying light punch. Something interesting about a lot of Street Fighter 6 characters is that they're standing light kicks. Usually, they can't combo into them easily. Like some can, but
Yeah.
not everyone can.
Yeah.
And it's often the case that you do a chain of 3 hits to get the 3 hits. Because like if you do 2 hits as a chain and then the third as a link, many characters have trouble making that connect.
Okay.
So since this is all a chain, it's likely that is something that you can chain into, right? And it's likely that it is a staying light punch, but it looks like a staying light kick, so I don't know.
I can tell.
look at
But
this Street Fighter
whatever
4
it
knows.
is can be canceled into spin
Yeah.
scythe.
Right.
Spin scythe. That's another one. that you
Spinning
would remember.
scythe, right? This is kind of like, I don't know, Ibuki's. She had like a similar move in Street Fighter 4.
Oh,
She's spinning around kicking.
the repeating kicks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm
But-
thinking about.
There's something special about it in this game.
Yeah.
What's that?
I believe that you can cancel spin scythe into the Lynx Song
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
dude,
go
that's
into
so
your
complicated.
essentially
Okay.
your stance.
Right. So the very first move that we covered, she can cancel any of the hits, or what does the blog say? Do we know?
Let me see. Do you know, Mir? I
See if
can
you
Or
can
spinning
find
scythe.
Yeah, it mentions
you can
what
cancel-
what has
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Lynx song. What does
It
the blog
says
say?
spinning scythe Elena's move from her past iterations where she performs a series of spinning kicks. The kicker here, is that she can cancel
No.
spinning scythe into the aforementioned Lynx whirl, which can be then follow up again with leper snap, power cycle, or mallet smash.
Okay, question 1. Can she cancel any of the kick follow-ups of spinning scythe, or does it have to be the last kick? Question.
I'm not sure. I actually did not write this down. I'm going to assume that it's based on the version of the spinning scythe that you used. They have a fixed cancel window,
Yeah.
So like maybe some of them, like the lighter versions, you can only cancel a certain point, and then the heavier version can cancel earlier or later depending.
Question 2.
That's
Is it
what-
going to be real? Like, is this real? Like, what I'm saying is, like, let's say Elena does spinning scythe on you, and you block it, and then she knows you're going to mash, because they're expecting you to cancel this into Lynx Song. Will she be able to go into Leopard Snap to frame trap you? Like, is it going to be real?
I want to say that that's a bad idea. But then again, what do I know?
Because this is like the core moves that she's like tricking you with, right? And
So,
the opponent's
something-
standing during the
Very
kicks.
important to keep in mind here is that we're not gonna see it in this trailer because it's not here. She used to have a move called Lynx Tail, which was low, and they completely removed it, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
So
Because yeah, right.
she doesn't have the low overhead mix up from her specials.
So you have to
the
do
way
it
she used
manually.
to.
You gotta go into Lynx
Right,
Song. Yeah.
So maybe this is the way she goes into that mix up because that's out of the Lynx Tail, right?
Right,
But-
so they probably thought it was like redundant or whatever. They're kind of like Akuma's Demon Flip, and they took out the grab, right? They just gave him an empty. This might be something similar.
So, something I need to clarify
What's up?
is we said that she can go into Link's Song. That is
Mhm.
not exactly correct. The move
Mhm.
she goes into is Link's Whirl, which is the
Oh.
fourth follow up after Link's Song, which
Right.
is essentially another stance that powers up all of her follow ups from the first stance.
Yeah, I guess the best way to describe it is
Please
that,
tell me it shows that in this trailer.
Yes,
It should, it should.
I'll tell you what you need to look out for. So the easiest way for me to explain it is that if you do Link's Whirl,
Yeah.
or sorry, Link's Song, that's the
Yes.
roll on the ground.
The
you
first
can
spin.
do it again.
Yeah.
Like you can extend it.
Right.
And if you extend it, then all the follow-ups are stronger.
Right.
So like that's what I was hinting at before when
Yeah, we'll get
I
into
said
that.
you want to check Elena.
Yeah.
And the follow-up that you get out of this one, as Haps correctly pointed out, is the like the cool follow-up.
Right. The chat says they need a diagram. So the important thing, confusion aside, the important thing to know is that from this spinning scythe, you can go into the Lynx Song version that empowers your moves, basically. That's what you need to know.
The cool Lynx Song.
The cool Lynx Song. Okay. Being able to knock down from a light chain is good in Street Fighter 6. It's good in every fighting game.
A lot of hits from lights, bro.
Yeah, like this is good. Knockdown from lights is really good.
And this is all corner carry here. And if she's canceling into the Lynx whirl, is even more corner carry. And she has Oki, which is without drive rush, which is crazy.
I would imagine the last kick we can cancel into level 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, for sure. I was gonna say another thing, as we were mentioning before, is that different versions of spinning scythe might have different cancel properties with the Lynx whirl, right? So like it could be that from lights you might not get anything.
Got it.
And then from medium and heavy you might get something. Because the juggle would be different, right?
It's Lynx Swirl or Lynx Whirl?
Lynx Whirl, I think.
Swirl?
No S.
Right?
No S,
Just
Lynx
W.
Whirl. Okay. Lynx Song and Lynx Whirl, right?
Your whirl.
Oh my god, dude.
Like whirlwind.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Then again, next move. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make this confusing, dude. I'm really trying to understand this. Okay. This is crazy. Right. Here it is. This is what we're talking about, right? Isn't this the move?
Yeah. You see the cool stuff.
Okay. What's going on here, guys?
So we have Lynx Song, which is the first spin.
That we've been seeing from the beginning. Okay, Lynx Song.
Yeah, no glow yet. Then we have the spin glow, which is Lynx Whirl, into the powered up mallet smash, which is a third overhead that Elena has access to. Bang.
Yay. Okay, so if you play Street Fighter 4, you got PTSD here instantly.
Okay.
Dude. As Hap correctly pointed out, this is an overhead.
Okay.
So you can see here that poor DJ is like, I'm gonna block whatever stupid stuff she's gonna.
Okay. But Mallet Smasher was supposed to be one of her special moves, the overhead special move. It's kind of like I don't know, like Manon's flip kick, right? So
sure.
So this no longer could be done raw. I have to do this move from Lynx Song or Lynx Whirl.
Yes, that is correct. Which is probably why there's no like the low special move either. Like they just confine this to be something that you do in specifically kind of like a situation that you have set up, right? You either correctly go through a fireball and decide to go for the overhead, or you have to commit. Like you have to commit to the spin, right? Like you can't just do it. Because that was one of the big things that made Elena really scary in Street Fighter 4 was the fact that she had this overhead that she can do in neutral. And the X version, famously, she could combo off of.
Right.
And it was 16 frames.
16 frames special move. Wait, come on.
This doesn't look like 16 frames. This looks like potentially good reactor.
Okay, when she goes into Lynx Song and Lynx Whirl, can she decide to do the follow-up as an OD version? Do we know that?
I don't think.
Or does she have to do OD Lynx Song or Lynx Whirl? Can she go Lynx Song into OD Lynx Whirl? I'm not trying to confuse you guys.
No. Okay, sorry. I know the answer for this. I was a little bit lost at the question. If you do OD Lynx Song, you immediately skip the first step. Like you're already in the empower state with all the cool stuff.
Okay. Does it show that in the trailer?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But it is explained in the blog. Like
so if you want a really quick empowered version, you can do OD Lynx Song, which allows you to bypass Lynx Whirl. And we don't know if the follow-ups are going to be also like OD versions from that. Like it's all one special move pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something we should mention is what happens to the first 3 follow-ups. After they're empowered, either by a OD Lynx Song or Lynx Whirl. And here we're seeing Mallet Smash, and this is now plus on hit, meaning you can probably combo off it. and plus on block. So this is a plus on block overhead without drive rush.
Yeah,
Right.
This is what
And
the blog suggests.
That's full screen.
yeah. Yeah,
That's full
then
screen.
we also saw Leopard Snap, the thing, basically the step kick she has out of the
Yeah, that handstand kick. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That is now plus on hit and block, meaning you can combo off it and get pressure.
Interesting. Doesn't it
And
knock
I
down
think
though?
Yeah, I feel like it would
probably
knock
only
down
on
into
counter
a
hit, right?
juggle. That's probably what they meant.
It's
with
probably what?
the-
Sorry.
They would knock into a juggle, like what knock them down
Oh,
into
okay,
a juggle
okay.
situation.
Right.
Like where you can follow up mid-screen and stuff.
Yeah.
And the last follow up being Harvest Circle, basically just gives her a bigger juggle.
Right.
So maybe out of that one you can dry rush and do some more crazy things instead
Yeah,
of
that's
doing
possible. That's possible.
Right.
the DP.
Right. Okay. So let's start right at the beginning again. Okay. This is already
Yeah.
crazy because she is meteorously traveling full screen, projectile invincible, and the Lynx world is also projectile invincible.
Yes, it would be.
This is crazy.
But you can totally see it because she's glowing under the fireball. Like she's
Yeah.
totally
So the input for this is what, like core circle forward kick into like another button? And
yeah,
then
that's what I would imagine. It's like maybe you either don't press anything or maybe you press kick,
Okay.
like light kick or something.
Man, how's she gonna have this for modern control? Because she has so many moves. One thing too, man, is like it's like Capcom is trying to address the whole fireball drive rush madness meta that's going on right now, man. It's kind of like when Aki came out, we're like, oh my god, the JP killer. So like Mai is like driving everyone crazy right now, right? She's tearing it up in competitive play. So this will stop. Like there's a lot of characters that have really good fireball drive rushes, so. Is DJ and Ken and Chun-Li and Aki and Mai and Guy. There's so many, right? There's so many, dude. So maybe she'll be really good against this.
Yeah, something worth mentioning, of course, is that when people do fireball drive rush, they can, not do the drive rush, but at least this will force them to take that option, right? Like this is definitely something important in matchups where it's like, oh, I'm playing against Elena, I can't just go ham.
Yeah.
I need to be careful that she could potentially go through my fireball and throw a wrench in my plans.
So it looks like another thing too is like getting knockdowns with Elena. If she's able to have time to get the Lynx Song and Whirl out, then you have to guess a meaty empowered option basically, and one of them is an overhead. Looks like it. I mean, she travels so far though. Jeez, like she's going full screen with this thing. This is crazy. It looks like she didn't even have to go into the mallet smash. She could have just threw.
Well, the other thing, I feel that the cancel out of the roll are always going to be faster than going empty and doing stuff.
Okay.
Because otherwise, it wouldn't really make sense. Like, what would be the purpose of the moves out of it if you can just do whatever, right? Especially because you would get like a punish counter jab or something, and or even mediums. So in this case, the interesting part of this situation is that we're seeing Elena basically recognize that her follow-up might not hit DJ. Like DJ would be able to block if she had gone for the harvest circle. And instead decides to go for the mallet smash. And like Haps correctly pointed out, the blog mentions that this is plus on hit and block. So like even if DJ blocks this, it's still Elena's turn. So like you're still rewarded for going for this after evading fireballs that you are not able to punish.
Right.
And this is like going through DJ's heavy fireball, which has a lot of recovery. So it's definitely not gonna be as easy to go into like your empowered moves for free. You would have to spend OD to go straight into them, right?
Right.
Yeah,
And that's why you go for the overhead here. And obviously, if you are a player that sniffs this out, you could go for an invincible reversal here, a super. You could try to perfect parry this. DI probably DI beats this, right?
Yeah, but then Elena can just do nothing
And
out of the swirl.
obviously, she has a mix-up, but
yeah,
the point is that there are options out of here. It's not so much that Elena does this and you're instantly screwed.
Okay. The launcher is called, what is it called again? Harvest Circle?
Harvest Circle?
Harvest Circle.
Yeah.
Harvest Circle, okay. Yeah, this is
Malice
crazy.
Smash.
She has like so many anti-fireball moves, it seems.
By the way, this doesn't look that fast to me. I mean, obviously we're looking at it in slow motion, but I feel like they slowed it down considerably. And it doesn't travel too far forward either,
And plus DJ's
because you already have
fireball
the
is so
you already
active.
have the movement of the like of the roll.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see the other characters. Like like I said, a traditional like Mai, for example, throwing the fan and then going drive rush. Like, will Elena be able to stop her in time? Basically, is what I want to know.
Yeah. But that's another thing. This is the empowered version of the Mallet Smash, and she doesn't combo out of it, which is something that she could do in Street Fighter 4 with the EX version, right? The EX version was plus enough for her to combo. But
Right.
instead here they show her going for a shimmy. So
I feel like she might be able to.
It's probably only for counter hits, right? Counter hits and punish counters.
I don't know. I feel like there she had a. It looks like she has a lot of frame advantage.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe a
I
jab?
mean, she's not acting that much faster than DJ, considering that he immediately goes for the throw.
Yeah.
But then again, like if you press too slowly and you get counter hit, I'm sure that she gets stuff out of it. So
Okay.
Oh, and I think there we were about to see the something OD.
Yeah, hold on. I wanted to
Yeah.
mention one more thing about this. We don't know what the projectile invincibility startup is on Lynx Song either. Because another common scenario
Right.
that way players use fireball drive rush on you is after they knock you down. So I was just wondering if Elena will be able to wake up into Lynx Song and go through
I
it.
doubt
but
it.
That'd be so powerful though. That'd be
No,
insane.
I
That'd be
personally think
great.
they would never do a thing like that again.
Be great against Rashid.
Yeah, it would stop Rashid level 2 in his tracks.
Okay, so she goes into the mouse smasher. She's plus enough that she can do a walk back shimmy. And what's this now?
Okay, so
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
see
boy.
what you meant.
that is
before.
a standing medium kick because that is medium kick, crouching heavy punch. That's a target combo of hers that she
Okay.
that she used to have,
All right.
and it could be back medium kick, like in this game for all we know, right? And she has a completely normal medium kick, but it used to be a medium kick crouching heavy punch, and it knocks the opponent up and is cancelable. in this
Another
game.
cancelable target combo.
I don't believe it used to be cancelable, but you could juggle into stuff afterwards in the past. This
Uh-huh.
one is just canceled.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
This is definitely very unsafe.
So many target combos, so many cancelable target combos.
Mhm.
Yeah, so many moves that look like they have potential to anti-air. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, so she's going into OD spinning scythe. And then here we go. Now we get to actually
there's,
see it. Okay, wow.
It looks cool, by the way.
Okay. So she is canceling which kick? It's before the last
second.
kick. She's able to cancel it into, and this is Link's whirl, right? Not song.
Yes, you can see the cool stuff all around.
Cool stuff. Got it.
Yeah, the blue.
Got it.
Yeah.
So once again, she can cancel the normal version and OD version of her spinning scythe into the second portion, Link's whirl,
Mhm.
and then she's doing the empowered version of what?
This looks like
Harvest
Harvest
Circle.
Circle, right?
Yeah, Harvest Circle.
Harvest
They
Circle.
changed the animation
Look how
completely,
far
which is really
up
nice.
they are. Look how they are.
So Harvest
Yeah.
Circle is the move that she goes into for more projectile invincibility and it's the launcher, right?
Yes,
Yes.
that's correct.
Okay, good. Man, it kind of looks like Jury's uppercut almost.
DJ is
Oh,
gone for
yeah.
like literally been sent to the moon.
Yeah. She does launch him super high. Okay,
Level 1.
into level 1, and her level 1 is really unique too.
It goes up.
Yeah, it serves as an anti-air according to the blog post.
This
Wow.
combo after level 1. Done.
So
Damn.
many juggles.
Yeah, that's
with
a
this character.
huge juggle.
Yeah, it is a huge juggle.
Okay, cool.
They only showed this version of the level 1, but I wonder if it's like Guile where it has multiple versions, one that goes up, one that goes, like horizontal.
I doubt she'll be able to combo into her OD spinning scythe from lights, because this is gonna bridge into all of her supers.
Yeah, I don't believe she would be able, and seems excessive.
Yeah, that's really cool. So she could probably go into any of her supers that she wants here, or a
Mhm.
different ender, because
Yeah.
it launches them so high, man. She can do whatever. So her level 1 is unique that Oh, Haps, you said the blog said it was an anti-air?
Yes.
And so it's like a super empowered version of Scratch Wheel. She goes like super vertical, and then it puts into a juggle state after. That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty unique. Yeah, it looks like Kakal's trying to make the level 1s a little bit more unique, you know? Like Mai giving the fire stalks.
There's something interesting to mention here. Usually, they say whether or not the level 1 is invulnerable.
Uh-oh.
And they say that it's an anti-air, but they don't say that it's invulnerable. So I don't know if that means that it's a non-invulnerable level 1.
I think you're right, Mir. They do say that every time. I think you're right. The level 1 is non-invulnerable. That's I mean,
which would explain why you get follow-ups out of it too.
Right, because that'd be too rewarding. In high-level play, a lot of pros prefer using level 1 supers as their reversals, even if they have a normal reversal, because it's just meter management-wise, it's better to keep the drive meter. Because if you get punished for a DP, you lose like 3 bars because the punish counter plus the 2 bars. So it's just more meter efficient to use level 1s a lot. So Elena will be really rewarding. Obviously, Mai's would be rewarding. So having a juggle after, that's cool. Another thing is she'd probably be able to do level 1 into level 2 then, right?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah,
that maybe that's more damage. Who knows?
Yeah, level 1 to
what
level
I'm wondering is in the corner, can you do Rhino Horn after level 1 and then get the Scratch Wheel? That would be really cool.
Yeah,
more damage in the corner for level 1.
Maybe it's possible. Yeah, I'll have a field day with the combo.
Oh yeah. Will she be able to do raw drive rush here too, and push them to the corner as well? Like that's a lot of utility, man.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'm completely okay with her having no invincibility on the level 1. That's
it's just
crazy.
that like for example, DJ is really similar where he has a reversal, but his level 1 is not invincible. So when he's in burnout, like he's in trouble. So it might be like this is the case with Elena too. When she's in burnout, she's in trouble. Just because their level 1 is more utility, but this level 1 looks better than DJ's, man. They keep trying to buff DJ's
I was gonna
level
1. Very ironic that DJ's on the other side.
Yeah.
Yep.
The better version.
I want to mention something about the Scratch Wheel. This hits 3 times. I think it's heavy.
Oh. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, I see.
So I would imagine that the medium hits twice.
Okay.
According to my math.
Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting combo.
It's quite long. And this is a shimmy, by the way. Huh? You threw.
Yep. Shimmy.
Like you grasp for air, and now you're
target
dead.
combo into OD, into the cancel the OD, into an empowered version. Juggle, level 1, into another juggle.
Oh my god, he's so high up.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Reach for the moon, baby.
Yeah, you can definitely get a drive rush here instead of a super. I would be surprised if you could not.
Okay.
There's the heavy Scratch Wheel. I mean, that's a strong combo. It's cool, though. I like how it looks.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if I'll think it's cool when I get hit by it, but we'll see.
All right, sick.
Yeah. We got Wimpos here.
Who tossed her the ball?
Energy drinks. Monster energy drink product place.
Will Lily toss the drink?
Yeah.
She's is the only thing that she can do now. She's on the sidelines throwing drinks.
Offering to stay hydrated.
Coke Zero, G Fuel. Oh no.
Classique.
A lot of people like her nostalgic costume more than her new modern costume.
Yeah.
I
like it quite a bit. I think it looks nice.
Right. They try to change her hair too, right? Like they always try when they change the costume, they try to change the hairstyle as well, like Cammy, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she looks great in the nostalgic costume too. It's good in the RE engine. Yeah,
look at this.
It's outfit. I think a lot of people are gonna use her classic outfit, man.
Akuma's friend.
Akuma Fireball. This is a really good test meter here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here, man. That was the crush.
Let's look at all of it and then break it down.
Okay, we'll start from the beginning. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So Lynx Song and Akuma throws the fireball at the same time.
This I think is to show that I messed up. I did too early, but you can save yourself by still having time to block. Like it does have a little bit of recovery.
Okay.
But the show's not that much because then she perfect parries.
Okay. Perfect parries a fireball, cancels in the dry rush. Akuma's sleeping at the wheel. Okay,
Yeah.
so her dry rush crouching medium kick is plus enough where she can combo after. So that's already a good sign. So that's like,
Yeah.
hockey territory.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
You
why I was
know,
thinking Guile
Kimberly.
or whatever.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Because then the standing medium punch, I guess we said that was probably is like
Mhm.
6, 7, possibly even 8 frames, right?
Yo,
So
Chad, keep it in your pants, man. We're gonna go through this again with like the my gameplay breakdown. Keep it in your pants,
Come on,
guys.
chat.
Oh my god, dude. We're gonna be going through this the whole footage now. The chat's just so awake now. They're so alert. Come on, guys. Folks on the footage, we're doing a breakdown. Keep in your pants. Waited so long. I'm sorry, YouTube. I gotta put up with this every day. Okay, anyways. Drive rush, low forward. Well, she doesn't have any command grabs. I'm just trying to think like how oppressive it would be with like Elena doing random drive rush, low forward in general. But since she doesn't have a command grab and she can't do her mallet smasher raw, I guess she still has 2 overheads that she can drive rush into. So
Yeah.
well, it's
That's pretty good.
okay, what are these? Wait, is she comboing into this after the
Yes.
low forward?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
Sorry,
I
okay.
don't know how fast this is, but it's got to be pretty plus.
Oh,
Again,
what is
they
the
showed
target
this.
combo?
Combo from before?
Sorry.
This is the target combo we saw before.
Right.
Yes?
Yeah. Medium punch. Medium punch. I said.
Okay,
We'll see how wrong I am.
okay, yeah, I
But
didn't
they
say it, you
showed
said
this.
it.
They showed this one on a standing opponent again. So I am really thinking that this might whiff on crouchers.
Okay,
Okay, that's something to keep an eye out for.
okay.
This is really
Cancelable?
tall, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it
Cancelable
looks
is
really
tall.
tall. I can't see that hitting Lily, even if she's standing.
Okay, hold on.
And this is like a follow up without even doing any of the.
She lets the spinning scythe rock, and it puts him into a juggle state for Rhino Horn.
Right. So it used to work in Street Fighter 4 that in the corner, you would get scratch wheel.
Right.
But I don't believe you got a Rhino Horn. So that's kind of interesting because this is mid screen, not even the corner.
Well, why
Yeah,
would
right?
why would Elena want to juggle into Rhino Horn here instead of going into Lynx Whirl, and then going into Harvest's Circle?
Well,
Wouldn't you get more
for
damage?
one, this is a
Corner
lot
carry,
of corner
maybe?
carry.
Yeah, maybe corner carry, guys.
Yeah, maybe corner carry.
Because when she goes into Lynx Whirl, assuming it has to be maybe that specific kick, she's missing out on the last 2 kicks of spinning scythe.
Yeah.
And then
She
she
might
gets,
also now have level 1 and just want like a simple ender.
yeah, that's true too. Okay, I'm just trying to understand the
What's
difference.
the Oki look like?
It is
How
an insane
close is
amount
she?
of,
Maybe.
of corner carry though. It's really good.
Yeah.
Will she be able to get a super after this too? After just the raw spinning OD spinning side?
I mean, Rhino Horn's not that fast. Level 1 doesn't reach that far though, it seems, because it goes
Okay.
high up, right?
Yeah.
Unless there's a version.
I forgot what the start of our level 2 looks like if she like hops forward or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
gonna see it.
I
We'll
don't
see
know.
it soon. I'm just wondering
Her
if she's
meters
restricted to just doing Rhino Horn here. Okay.
Her combos look so meter efficient. My
They
goodness.
do. I'm just trying to think like, because they're showing a lot of scenarios of people throwing fireballs in this trailer. So I'm just wondering like how else does she land these moves without, the opponent throwing fireballs like crazy all the time?
The downfall of JP.
Yeah. Okay.
Pussies.
Anything else? Anything else about this?
No, not really.
No,
I
Pretty
said
straightforward.
Okay. Yeah, but it's good that her low forward is plus. Target combo.
We. I fully expect you to be able to follow up with scratch wheel in the corner, as I was mentioning before.
Yeah.
What was she doing after that? Hold on. She looked like she was
Potentially
like
even
posing.
after the Rhino Horn.
Weird.
Oh.
Oh, this is crazy.
No, you get to see how far, or not, sorry, not far, but how high she jumps.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. She jumped super high. Whoa.
Oh wow.
Reaching
Yeah, that's
for
a
the
good
moon.
point.
Right. Whoa. Okay. This is heavy punch? Jumping heavy punch?
This is jumping heavy kick.
Jumping heavy kick.
Yes.
Okay. Dude,
It hits twice this move in the original game. Like it hits, or in the original game, sorry. In Street Fighter 4, and I think also Street Fighter 3, there's a first hit to it
okay.
that hits like very high up.
Yeah.
So usually that only happens midair.
Right.
And then the second part. Like you can see the knee
Wait,
motion and then
this is
this
jumping
one
heavy
coming
kick?
down. Yes.
Is she gonna do this when she's jumping forward, or is this a neutral jump only move, like the
That's a
splits?
diagonal jump normal, yeah.
It is?
It is
Okay.
a diagonal jump normal in the other games, at least.
Wow. Okay. I mean, it looks like it has a lot of startup. I'm just trying to think, like, as a jumping normal, is this good? Like, neutral jumping
Well, I
looks
mean,
really good.
it's long and the angle seems pretty decent.
Yeah.
Her jumping heavy punch is good, though it looks like a traditional kind of like jumping heavy kick.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, this is like your jump, like, far range button. Okay.
Mhm. It could be that they make this do more damage too. I mean, that's possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So jumping heavy
Bonk.
kick,
Yes.
and here we go again.
That's the crouching medium punch that I said was a crouching medium punch.
Inside into the bait.
Okay.
Yeah, that one, you see that? Crouching medium punch into uh spinning scythe.
Okay.
I don't know why she did crouching medium punch. I guess maybe her heavies are just
Wait,
really,
wait,
really
wait.
slow.
Wait. This is not a target combo. This is just button into special.
No, that's that's a special move. You see, it's got a cool stuff.
Oh no. Sorry, I was confused. I thought she went target combo before this. Okay. Which
No.
button is this again when she lands?
I said crouching medium punch.
Okay. Into normal
It's the
spinning
one.
scythe.
It's the one button that she whiffed that one time.
Okay, so both times she's canceling the spinning scythe after the second kick. So maybe you can't cancel any part of the kicks. It has to be after, right before the ender. Basically, it looks like. I'm assuming.
Yeah, maybe.
It's very possible. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is
a reset.
all right.
So like this is important. Like this is not combo.
This is important. Okay, so this is not a combo, but they're showing you that Elena has an option against somebody mashing. So as soon as Akuma goes back to neutral, he's mashing on DP. He's mashing. And if you're basically conditioning your opponent so that if they stop mashing, then she can go into like empowered mallet smash or the overhead, or she can go into empty throw or shimmy or whatever, right? Like it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a Kimberly run stop thing, or but this is like a lot of her core pressure is gonna look like too. I don't think this is real on block though, man. I think like she does spinning scythe on the opponent on block and cancel. I don't think she'll be plus.
I don't think it'll even let you cancel on block, honestly.
Yeah, maybe that too. Maybe it won't even let you. That's true.
I wonder how plus she is after this Lynx Whirl here.
I mean, she recovers before Akuma.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. So she must be plus, even if she goes for the block.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm sure like Akuma can't mash DI here or anything. She's like right next to him.
I just said that, but I'm not so sure anymore. Maybe she is minus if she goes empty. Because like you see, she's still moving a little.
It's tough to say.
And
Akuma's already yellow.
The question is, can you do the leopard snap as a true block string here? I wonder. And be plus.
Oh, a true block string? Oh yeah, see how he's yellow, but she's still turning around a little?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
You'll see her going to the block animation. So it seems like if you go empty here, you are giving up your turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's still tricky because she, like House just said, she can probably go into leopard snap to
maybe a frame
check you.
grab.
Yeah. I think it makes sense. Leopard snap checks you, especially because it's gonna be the empowered version. It's plus on block. If you're just waiting for leopard snap, you get overheaded.
Yeah.
And if you're waiting for the overhead, she can do empty and like steal a turn.
Yeah.
And if you do a DP, the empty also beats it.
What's leopard snap again? We saw at the very beginning of the trailer. She does Lynx Song, and then she goes on her hands and she kicks you with both her legs straight forward like a thrust, like a handstand kick. It's just one hit. You see at the very beginning of the trailer.
Don't worry, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, it's gonna get much worse.
Lots of guessing involved here.
Yeah.
Okay, are we gonna continue?
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what is this?
Any heavy punch.
Heavy punch.
Thanks, man.
It's got target combo.
Okay, so
just in case,
Okay, So
She has so many target combos.
punish counter. Okay, punish counter. Spin state. And then...
It's not. Well, it's not a spin state like in the sense that it doesn't spin on the ground like the
Oh, wait, hold on.
flying.
Wait.
See there.
This is a heavy punch target combo? Because she's not even going back to
Yes.
neutral. Okay, I'm so
Yeah, it is
confused.
a target combo.
Okay. So what is this? Is
It's
heavy
probably,
punch,
I don't
heavy
know,
punch?
like, yeah, maybe.
Okay. So lots of heavies.
But it sends them flying higher up, which allows a follow up here with driver.
Yeah. Like she
So this is
hits
specifically for punish counters, I think, for this situation.
right. She's not even letting. Okay, I guess Kuma just touches the ground just before it hits. Okay. I'm just checking it's not something where like she hits them in the air or whatever.
Right.
Okay, so heavy punch target combo. Raw drive rush. That's a little forward.
Crouching medium kick.
Yes. Crouching
Yeah,
medium
and then
target.
that's I don't know. Crouching heavy punch.
Wait. This
I
is a
guess?
target combo too, though, right?
Yes, this is a target combo.
Jeez,
You can
oh,
see
so
by
many.
how fluid the animation
Yeah,
is.
that's
Like,
why I'm
you can see
confused. Okay,
how-
okay.
Yeah.
Into
This is a
another
new
target combo.
target combo. That's another one.
Okay, what's going on here?
So this
Oh.
is DOD
This is
backswing.
the new
blow,
move, right? This is the new move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she didn't even swing back in the OD version. That's interesting.
Right. Yeah, the OD version, she's not even doing really a sway. It's more like combo filler now for the OD version.
Yeah.
I mean, she is still swaying. It's just not as much as the version that we saw prior, which probably was like the heavy version, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
like a long sway.
Yeah,
It's
but
interesting
this
that it does come with a follow up. She does stop flashing for like a couple frames, so that is confusing. But I think this is all.
This is
the
all
same
one move. This is all one move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Like you see here, she stops flashing for like a couple of frames.
Yeah. No, I'm sure you're right. This is all one move.
This is actually an interesting animation. That one at the very end where she is doing a handstand and propping her legs up is an animation that I saw in Omega mode in Street Fighter 4. That like where she's doing that twirl with the legs at the very end.
Mhm.
She used to have a new move that did like an animation like that, and it was like a vacuum move that popped the opponents up. So I guess they reused that idea in here.
Dude, the animation on this move is crazy. Dude, the animation is insane. Like seeing
It
this in
looks
slow
so nice.
motion is crazy. Did they get somebody to mocap this move?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, they need like a ton of wires around them. Dude, this is crazy. This whole move is
This
nuts.
is very cool.
Yeah, this is a really nice animation on this. Jeez.
They really went ham on all her animations. There's a lot of effort put in.
I mean, there's a lot to animate too, because she has 25 million moves.
right.
Yeah, right.
And so many target combos, man. I'm having troubles keeping up the target combos. The interesting thing too is she juggles into this move. Like, do you think she'll be able to combo into this on the ground? The opponent's on the ground.
Yeah, it's possible. Especially from her heavies, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Why do you think they gave her this move? Like, why
Is
did
in
she-
this version as DOD or the move in general?
Just the move in general, just because like I feel like she has enough moves that juggle and stuff, you know? Like it's kind of crazy. They gave her an extra move too on top of this.
Well, you can use this again out of drive rush, for example, and there could be situations where you can auto footsie. It's possible that this is safe.
It's possible, yeah.
Well, that would be crazy.
That would be.
It would be crazy.
Okay.
But then again, OD backswing blow was safe, so or EX. I'm sorry.
Okay, so she won't be able to juggle after this move, right? Like she already hit him Akuma in the air and she's like still recovering.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't
seems
look
like she
she's
wouldn't
very
have time.
fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you cancel into a super from that move.
You could.
Oh,
cancel
yeah,
to level
that's
2,
true.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, like Akuma's already hit the floor and she's not even back to neutral yet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me let's go back to the start here. I'm trying to remember everything we saw here. Okay. There's a lot that happened here. Okay, where are we? So this all started from the neutral jumping heavy kick.
Yes. Then crushing medium punch.
So spinning scythe,
Then
Lynx
then
whirl.
scythe into the whirl and into the empty. No
Okay.
follow up.
Yeah, baits the uppercut, heavy punch target combo. And raw drive rush. Low forward target combo. Cancelled into What's it called again? Harvest Circle. OD.
No, this is
No, no.
Moon Glider.
Oh yeah, Moon Glider. Harvest Circle is the Fireball Invincible launcher.
Yes.
Holy moly. Okay, moving on.
So many moves.
I know, so many moves. Okay, what's going on here?
Akuma's trying to press.
Mm.
I think they're showing that this move is fast. Because I don't think they really show it being invulnerable. Because it hits
I think this
before
is
the-
invulnerable though. I
I
think,
think it is
I
invulnerable
think
too.
so.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I think
yeah.
so as well.
Okay.
But they don't really show it
Right.
like going through it. You know, it's just fast.
Right.
This looks so.
So I
good.
think this is a DJ situation. Like her, I think you're right that the level 1 is not going to be invincible, but she does have a reversal.
Yeah.
Okay. How many hits does the OD scratch wheel do?
3. It looks
1,
like
2, 3, 4, 4.
4 hits.
I mean, it makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Oh
4.
yeah,
Math
yeah, that
adds
does make
up.
sense.
So is she get OK after this?
Yeah, she does because she goes DI.
Ooh.
I don't know why Akuma pressed standing heavy kick the madman, but
What do you mean? You don't know why Akuma pressed standing heavy kick? Are you kidding me?
Classic
I guarantee
Akuma.
you I can find a replay of an Akuma I go up against pressing heavy kick here. 100%, dude. What other button do people press with him, bro? I'm telling you, this is realistic.
Anyway, the
No.
DI is like the massive read on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
wake up.
Yeah,
scene.
this is
Super
a crazy DI.
Super predictable.
Oh,
That's a cool
guys,
animation, by the way. I like it.
I thought they
something
would
very
use-
important here.
What's that?
Yes.
This is something very important. This is a kick DI, meaning Tundra Storm will cancel it.
We're gonna remove
will
that
beat
move
it.
from the
It
game,
depends
bro.
on the specific way that the kick is like animated, because sometimes Thunderstorm just doesn't work.
Deserved.
I think you players will just be spamming Tundra Storm against
She
Elena
bonks
and
over the
just...
head with her shins. She's like just shin hit, haha, bonk.
I thought they would use her focus attack for the DI. They didn't.
Yeah, I guess they could have done that.
Yeah,
Or maybe they
instead
just
she
wanna
has, like, a
forget Street Fighter
handstand. Okay, super turbo hard read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What button is that?
Standing medium
What
kick.
button was that?
Crouching heavy. No, wait, no, that's
That's standing medium kick, right?
yeah, that's standing medium kick. But then she
And
goes
this is a target
into-
combo.
Wait,
Crouching.
wait,
heavy
hold on.
punch.
Have we seen this
Yeah.
target combo before?
Yes, we saw
I-
it once before.
I'm looking at it right now, and somehow it doesn't look like the other one, but it is. I
No,
think
it is,
the
it is,
crouching-
definitely
it is the standing medium
Okay.
kick.
Chat, keep in your
crouching heavy.
pants. RE engines, well animated.
There's the
Realism.
rhino horn. Rhino horn.
OD Rhino Horn. I think this is a side switching coming here, right?
Yeah, she
look
this
at that.
whiffs. I mean, this is good because side switch.
It's kind of interesting because this is specifically from this situation where
Yeah.
you pop them up with the target combo to make sure that the last hit of the Rhino or the Rhino Horn whiffs. So this is a setup that she specifically can use to side switch.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
That's the most common
Yeah.
scenario where you're gonna land DI is when you're defending in the corner and then you side switch, right? So this is a good showcase for that. That's true.
This
But
is
what
great right
what
here.
I meant with this is that in other combos, this would hit 3 times because the last hit of the Rhino Horn would just hit.
Mhm.
Yeah, if
Just
they're
that
lower to
this
the ground.
specific situation just is designed to go this way.
Dude, look how deep that scratch wheel is hitting. Holy cow. She's
Holy
like,
scratch
dude,
wheel.
Akuma's almost touching the floor.
Oh my goodness.
Look how deep that is. Holy cow.
How many hits is this? What's scratch wheel
What
strength
does this
is
hitbox look like?
Heavy is 3 hits.
The fact heavy, how fast is that actually?
Probably what 5, 6, 7, right? 7 frames.
Bro.
Yeah, he's pretty low, and the fact that she can do heavy here is pretty impressive.
Jeez. What else was
Look
it?
at the hair
Or-
animations.
4, 5,
My
6, right?
goodness.
6 frames.
She could also probably side switch and then do super here too. So you get a side switch super combo.
Oh,
It depends
that
how
would be
fast the
sick.
super is. I guess we'd have to see.
Yeah.
Because the
Level
like you
1 would be
mentioned,
insane.
The scratch wheel hits very low. So
Yeah, that's true too.
the super
If-
goes up.
right. If she can do a level 1 though, that'd be like an insane side switch combo. That'd be so
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
very
and then
solid
another
for sure.
juggle into
And
the
then
corner.
another scratch wheel. Yeah.
Or maybe a rhino horn in the corner into scratch wheel.
Okay, so
off of
so
level
wait, hold
1.
on. This target combo puts the opponent to a juggle state, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, like you said, the Rhino Horn would do all the hits then. Okay.
I think so. Yes.
Got it. Okay. cool. Okay, side switch. Yeah, that's a sick
wheel.
combo. Okay, that's
I know
her
that
heavy
move.
kick.
Yes.
We saw that at the very
Her
beginning.
jumping animation. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say her jumping animation looks very different from Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 3 as well.
Mhm.
And I think it's important because the animation didn't match her hurt box like at all in Street Fighter 4. Her legs were not part of her hurt box, and it was really deceiving to anti-air
okay.
her. So maybe change the animation in a way where it's a little bit easier to tell where she actually is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is standing heavy. Just lands as a counter hit, I think, because
Yeah, Akuma pressed something there. I don't know. I thought he was trying to press throw.
he just presses something.
Yeah, he presses something. Like throw or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
And then Elena will jump. This is not very far from Akuma, by the way. Like she's pretty close. So like the jump is very floaty, but it's short.
Right.
That looks
kind of like
a
Blanca almost.
light kick.
Yeah, okay. I understand Haps, but this used to be jumping light punch in other games.
Oh, really? Well, actually, that would add up. I wouldn't be surprised to hear
that. It's
that's
very
the case.
possible that it could be a jumping light kick in this game because like hopefully they
Cammy styles.
Well, this looks like a target combo, right? Like
Yeah.
jumping, light kick, medium kick, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, light kick, medium kick could be light punch, medium kick.
This is important too because it means that when you do cross up with a light, you have more frame advantage with the target combo, so you can do bigger combos. That's like usually the downside of having like a character with lights as a cross up. Usually, I don't like characters that have lights as a cross up because of that.
The weakness of this, or how can I put this? Like the way this is designed is that you still have the weakness of a small cross up because the lights don't have a lot of range, but you do still get the advantage of a medium hitting, and I guess a little bit more damage, although it does affect the scaling.
Right.
And the second hit hits very deep, right? So it guarantees that you get like a good fat starter here if you want.
Yeah. Okay. What is going on?
See? Okay, that's a new move. I've never seen that before.
Hold on, what is this? What's going on?
I think
I have no idea what that is.
Crouching heavy punch?
Right. So
we already
what I was
saw
gonna say is
punch,
I don't know if the medium kick crouching heavy punch target combo has a unique animation for that target combo specifically. Or that is just the crouching heavy punch how it is like normally, and this is like back heavy punch, for example.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Or something like that. Or if this could just be crouching heavy punch. We don't know. It's some double hitting attack. It's not a sweep, so it's not crouching heavy kick.
Yeah. And it looks heavy.
Yeah, it's not standing heavy kick. We saw that before. So this is probably crouching heavy punch.
Okay.
That's a lot of frame advantage to get a heavy off of this.
If she's doing
two
2 hits,
attack's so deep, right?
Didn't she have another heavy that does 2 hits?
In
like just a normal heavy. Does she have any other heavies that do naturally 2-hit heavies? Like Akuma's heavy kick?
No. Well, jumping heavy kick. But
I'm just thinking like her drive rush heavy combo would be. Because if this was like, double hitting, you for the scaling or whatever, you want to do single hitting heavies, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is good for confirming things too, because like it gives you extra time. Okay, this puzzled me a little bit.
Okay, whoa.
So she goes into it's a cancelable normal, first of all. That's pretty important.
Oh yeah, that's just true. Yeah.
And she goes into the what do we call this? Lynx Song.
Lynx Song, which automatically makes it a Lynx whirl, right?
Yes.
That is correct. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And then she does a follow-up that I couldn't immediately identify. I think that's the leopard snap.
Oh,
really?
The very first move we saw at the beginning of
the this is not Mallet Smash. We saw the empowered.
Yeah,
Mallet
we did
Smash.
see
right.
that.
Oh, you might be able to.
And also, if this were Mallet Smash, I'd be complaining a lot because that's very fast.
This might be leopard snap.
This is not an overhead though, right?
Because it's not the launcher, right? It's not the one that pops you up because we've seen that.
Yeah,
it's not Mallet Smash because we've seen that as well.
Right.
So it's got to be leopard snap, right?
Yeah, it can't be harvest.
Is this an overhead?
It would launch.
I don't think so. I think it hits like the chest,
I
and
don't know
Akuma doesn't usually does. When you get hit by an overhead, the characters recoil downwards, like as if they were
Okay.
hit on the head. And
I
he
think you're
doesn't do
right,
that.
Mir. I think
He comes back.
Leopard Snap was the fastest move to check people from mashing buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's interesting too, because she's
combos,
getting
right?
the empowered version, and it's all comboing. It's not even a reset.
Right,
Crazy.
because it's off of a heavy, and this is quick.
Right.
And it knocks down, as we see.
And
then
yeah, and she gets a juggle
She
after.
picks it up because the blog
Oh my
mentioned.
goodness.
Right. Okay,
So
hold on,
is
just
this the
1 sec. I just want to. Okay,
the
we're at
glider?
149. I just people are like everyone's forgetting what Leopard Snap is. We see it at the very beginning, so I'm just gonna show it. Just show it for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's right here. This is Leopard Snap. It only did 1 hit, and so that's why you probably don't think it's an overhead. So she's doing the empowered version of this move, and this stops people from mashing buttons when you're doing your Lynx Song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go back to 1. Okay, where are we? Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
then you get a
assuming you have
follow-up
to do OD Rhino Horn here. You won't have enough time to do normal Rhino Horn. He looks pretty low, man.
Yeah,
barely.
I mean, this is probably important for juggle potential as well.
Yeah.
This is already 4 bars, by the way, because double
Yeah.
OD.
Yeah.
Level 12.
Bro, the level 2's got to be fast, though. Oh, she does jump
Mhm.
forward.
Yeah, she does go
Hold
pretty
on.
far.
How low is Akuma during this? Oh, actually,
He's pretty high.
she's
but the startup
she's
is,
canceling this, or is this juggle?
Looks
Like
I don't
looks like a
know.
canned cancel. It looks like a canned
I'm going
cancel.
to say it's a cancel, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't seem to recover fully.
Right. Will this go through fireballs?
Oh god, I hope not.
Because it looks fast, man.
I mean, DJ's level 2 does, so.
True.
And then Akuma gets juggled like a ragdoll here.
Boom. Okay, go ahead and explain the healing.
Oh, we should already then. Okay.
We should? You don't want to spoil it? I mean,
I think we can.
we can spoil it? I mean, everyone knows.
Yeah, by now.
Well, I'm just okay.
Well-
The thing is like the portion where she can go heal is when she does the stance here, right? Like right here, right?
So, yeah, so like basically the way I understand is that there's a way for her to either go for the last hit that does extra damage or not go for the last hit and heal herself. And she goes healing.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Basically-
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's like Jamie's level 1, where if he holds the button, he takes a drink. But here, if you hold the button with Elena's level 2, you go into healing. But if you don't, it just plays out the final hit.
Right. So there's a lot here. So her level 2, like her healing is not. She cannot just straight up heal like she could before, like Street Fighter 4 styles.
Right.
You guys don't have to worry about her like backdashing, jumping backwards, and doing heal. It's now tied to her level 2 as an alternate finisher. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of questions here. First off, how much is it going to heal her? Like, how much do you guys think if you're guessing? 20%?
No.
Too high?
Less. Yeah, I think less.
15%.
It's a level 2 though. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're also hitting them.
Yeah, but we don't know how much the damage reduction is.
20%?
That is true. That is true. I think they wouldn't go above 15, in my opinion.
I think 20% or higher is crazy. Like that, if she reaches 20% or higher,
Level
like
2,
someone's in the
that'd
chat
be
saying,
insane.
people in the chat are saying 30% or 25%. Like
what?
Bro,
30%?
that would be crazy if she could. I mean, Street Fighter 6 does a lot of damage. There's a lot of damage in this game, man. But
Well, okay, so we were just saying how we don't know how much damage you lose, right? From not doing the last hit. Because if this beginning before the healing just barely does any damage, like a DP's worth, then I could see the healing being high.
Right.
But if you don't lose out on a lot of damage, I would expect maybe 1.5 times double the amount of damage that you lose out on becomes healing for you. You know,
right,
that sort of thing.
they have to balance it. So so once again, guys, to clarify, at this point here in the level 2, at the very end, she can choose to heal here and then not do the last hit, or not heal at all and then do this final kick. Like if this final kick does like, I don't know, 70% of the entire level 2's damage, then that would make sense. Like the key thing here is that like when she does her healing, it's free. Like you will not be able to stop her from healing.
Yeah.
In Street
But
Fighter 6.
the kicker or the important part is that she has to hit you with a level 2, which is not how it used to work, right? Like she used to just be able to do it. So this is much more dangerous if she wants to go for the healing, because she has to have a combo or a wake up that is successful.
But it's
and if
still
it is
good
unsuccessful,
though. Like,
she just loses 2 bars.
Yeah, but it's still good
dies.
because this is like once again a guarantee. Because in Street Fighter 6, man, if she was able to do raw heal, like how often would you get away with it with drive rush in this game, right? Everyone can close the gap. Even Zangief, you can drive rush on her.
Yeah, for sure.
Now you have an option so that when you do want to heal, it's safe. As long as you land the hit, you're rewarded. It will be free.
Well, to explain this a little bit further, in Street Fighter 4, her healing was one of her ultras, and she got it for taking damage, basically, or absorbing things with focus. That was already like a problem, but
yeah,
one of the reasons why it's so infamous is because she had setups everywhere for healing. She could do a short healing where she could cancel the ultra early, and basically she could do it off of a throw, she could do it off of a sweep, she could do it off of certain combos, and it was very, very prevalent. So you could do the long healing, but that was worthless, right? The fact that they completely took out this part of her game and made it something that is tied to her meter that you get, like traditionally for attacking the opponent and taking some damage, and you still have to land the super. Fundamentally, I don't want to say that it fixes healing, but it really, really helps.
It totally changes it. Another thing too is like she's not gonna be able to spam this either, because we have characters that are able to spam level 2s even multiple times, like Rashid. Right? Rashid's a big one, or even JP. But the problem is, like, the thing is their level 2s are like very offensive, oppressive level 2s where they're able to pressure you afterwards and follow up. Like Ed does his level 2 and he's doing like a long ass combo on you, and then he's in your face, and then Rashid's doing a whole bunch. He's throwing you a couple of times, and then JP's crossing you up and blah blah blah. Whereas Elena's level 2 is just like, it's just a super, it hits you, and then she has to build all that level 2 all over again, right? Even if she had like Oki after this, she's not gonna just get a whole bunch of meter for landing it. So it's a lot different. Like I don't think we'll see 2 Elena level 2s. The only reason she would get another level 2 is depending on how much health she gains, and then she has more time in the round to survive, to build meter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I can see seeing 2 Elena level 2s per game, but I think with Rashid, you sometimes see 3. I don't see that happening. I agree with you there.
It really like the question is, how much does she heal? Like how much of this will be relevant?
Right.
Because level 3s are really strong,
I think for sure the healing that she gets is more than the extra damage that she deals. Otherwise, it's useless. Like you would never do it.
Yeah,
and the reason why that's very important is it's a matter of economy, basically, of resources, right? But also would make this a very powerful timer scam super, because if you hit someone with this, you can make the health differential very big, right? Because you forego that extra damage for the health, and relatively it's more effective, right? Like as a way of distancing the 2 health bars of the characters.
Yeah, like
so that's pretty interesting. I mean, it does add a little bit of mind games.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you land your level 2 on the opponent, and you assess the situation. You're like, is it worth it? Do I need to heal here, or do I go for damage, right? Because like you can use it when you're almost full health, and you could just like top yourself off, right? Or you can use it to make a comeback and sustain. Because I would assume when using this, depending on how she heals, like she would basically be a character that has more health than Zangief for the round, basically, using this heal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to mention is we don't know if this is a normal health character, like if she has 10,000 health. I would assume so, but obviously we don't know.
Right. Yeah, they might introduce health values in Season 3. We don't know.
Also, I guess to add on top of this, the healing in Street Fighter 4 was like, with a full ultra and you did the short healing, I don't think it was above 15%. It was pretty low. The fact was that you could get it off so many times.
Yeah, in case you guys haven't played Street Fighter 4, your ultra meter was built by getting hit with your face. So naturally, if you keep healing and then getting hit with your face, it's just yeah, it's
It's a problem.
yeah, it's a problem.
I wonder, it'd be cool if her level 2 changes properties depending on whether or not she's in very low health, right? If she's in critical art state, maybe she could heal a little more. I don't know.
Well, yeah,
It'd be
like Terry has like, well, he spends extra meter. I mean, that'd be crazy if she can spend another level to have like a super
more?
heal and spend all 3 bars.
Uh-huh.
Like Terry
I hope
styles.
not.
Maybe they're not. It's possible.
We just explained how having a lot of heals is a bad idea. So,
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe deep down inside, I want this heal to be super good. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just thinking. I'm like, you know, I think going in the opposite direction and making the heal useless and never seen in a match, I think would be whack as well, though. Because this is one thing that sets Elena apart is this healing super. So I do want to see it. Right. I do want it to have some use. I don't want to see like timeouts every single round, but
I think overall the fact that it's tied to a hit is, you know, like very, very important though. That's the biggest change because otherwise you get situations where it's like, you know, you're full screen against the zoner and you're gonna hit a, you know, eat a fireball and you just pop healing and you heal way more.
It was predictable that it'd be tied to her level 2. I just didn't think they'd make it an attack with a different ender. The way they thought about this.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, another prediction was making it so she doesn't heal her health and it's her drive meter, but it seems to be her health.
Yeah.
So they kept that too. All right,
Otherwise,
cool.
the horse, how did he get healed?
If she can go through fireballs with this, man, dude, that'd be like so good. Like heal, go through the fireball. I wonder if she gets Oki too. She seems to
looks
recover.
Pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. But that was after the hit, though, not the heal. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got here?
We got.
Whoa.
Oh, we got Mallet Smash.
Okay.
Gets a combo.
So she does OD.
The thing that's very interesting here is that this is an empowered Mallet Smash.
Right.
And I think it goes over the fireball by virtue of like just leaping over the fireball, not because it's projectile invulnerable.
Yeah,
it's not mentioned to be projectile invulnerable.
So you don't think it is? You don't think it is?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it just goes over it.
Okay. I mean, it's still really good, though.
Yeah, they would have mentioned it, I think. And the other thing that's peculiar is that this is a punish counter on the empowered version. And you still see Elena only go for jabs.
How do you know this is the empowered version? Because of the bot, like the swirl at the bottom of the screen, like how would you know the difference?
It was the OD.
Well, I mean, besides the obvious that like she's doing it from the move, but like visually, I'm just saying like just by itself, how would you know that this is?
You would see it from the beginning, like from probably the trail that is behind it. We never saw the normal version of Mallet Smash, by the way.
We didn't?
Yeah, that's true. No, I don't think
we saw the empowered version.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check back on that. Okay, anyways, she hits with the empowered version. 2 hits.
Yeah, but I was saying this is a punish counter, so +4. And she only does jabs. So this must not be very plus.
This is a jab?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just clarifying.
Well,
okay.
I wonder if it's just, you know, trailer execution,
magic.
you know? Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, this would have to be a punish counter, chat, for sure. For sure.
This is Crouching Light Punch into itself. Like many lights, it has a special animation when you go into itself. And then it's a full dry rush combo here. Crouching Light Punch again. And then Crouching Heavy Punch or back Heavy Punch, whatever that is.
Oh, okay. Out of the Rhino Horn, she can do level 3.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Which would make sense, considering that we saw
it's a cancel?
The EX version cancelable into
it's
level
gotta
2,
be a cancel.
Right?
It has to be.
Yeah, it is a cancel. So
okay, okay.
This super is so pretty. I'm a big fan.
Hold on. The first, what is the She doesn't look like she's going really far though, hey?
Oh, the distance she covers?
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like if you did this raw, it's more like an anti-air almost.
I don't see it going very far.
She's not going far at all,
compared to
man.
the
She's
level
just kicking
2, it's much
upwards, bro.
shorter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, level 2 is definitely.
She's just
your
kicking
go-to for
up.
that.
Then it turns to date. I don't know what's going on here with Akuma. He's getting kicked. Or look, suddenly it's daytime.
She's healing the night away.
Oh my god, dude. Poor Akuma.
Look at the
What
grass that
happened?
wasn't
Oh
there.
Deserved.
my god.
Deserved.
What is happening?
Look at all the grass.
She's healing the ground.
Damn.
Yeah.
Soccer kick. Oh. Actually,
How do you guys feel about like the how can I say it? Acknowledging that a camera exists?
They do that
I
all
think
the
Rashid
time,
does
man.
that too, right?
I mean, Seth used to do that stuff in
They
Street
have
Fighter 4.
they have like a weird thing where there's like kind of a shimmer of like green or whatever that is like implying that all the matches are being shown from the perspective of a camera, like from the world tour.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Rashid obviously has the streaming thing, right? Like you were mentioning.
Yeah. I like the Super a lot. It looks really nice.
Seeing it now in slow motion is really funny. It's like a better version of Falk's Super.
I just like how rubbery Akuma is because he's bouncing so much.
I just like how Akuma is like he's turning around so he knows what's coming. I like he's turned around. It's like
he's like, uh-oh.
Oh wait, is this the CA version?
No.
Usually they show the normal level 3, right?
Yeah, they usually show the normal ones, right? Because I love I love that they're adding more level 3s where the opponent's trying to fight back. I think that's sick. Akuma is not fighting
here
back.
is just resigned.
He's not fighting back.
Yeah, he's just like, do what you must.
All right, cool.
This is how you treat friends, Elena.
Oh, they're just
I think
training.
Akuma would appreciate this,
They're
actually.
training.
Yeah. Her outro is nice. She grows
Whee!
flowers.
Look at the spotlight in the sky. Where did that come from?
She got distracted and saw the sunflowers.
She's looking at the flowers. What could this mean? Is this a reference?
Damn. And then the final
nice,
part
very nice.
is
Jump scare.
jump scare heal. I don't know if we can get anything from it, but
in case you didn't believe us, that we're just trolling.
oh wait, it does show going through fireballs, man.
Oh yes.
It does, dude. It does.
That's unfortunate.
Oh man, dude, look how far
Awesome.
did this thing go? I didn't even notice this. Oh, dude,
Well,
it's
now we
so
know.
far. It's like a rhino horn. Look how far her level 2 goes, man.
I was gonna say, remember that there's
Whoa.
an extended hurt box, but it also is a
Damn.
Yeah, it's Akuma.
Yeah,
after the
yeah.
fireball's out, though. So, like, there's an extended hurt box.
Yeah, so
Wow,
it's the
heals up a
last
good
hit.
read.
There's healing.
And then
You see that Akuma's bouncing right in front.
yeah,
of
he's
him?
bouncing and there's flowers on the floor when she does the healing version. I don't know if there's flowers before on the other one. So we have no idea if she gets okay after. She probably doesn't. We
No,
have
I
no
would
idea
assume
how
she's
much-
minus even.
We have
honestly.
no idea how much she heals, if she can change how much she heals by spending more bar. Still a lot of questions on it.
Yeah.
Healing.
Healing.
What was the question we had before? The mallet smasher, right? On the if there
Just
was
mallet
the
smash.
if it was only the empowered version. I just wanted to see the level 2.
Oh no!
again.
And if they showed the normal version, I don't think they.
Yeah,
ever do.
I'll check back. I just want to see too. If her level 2 shows those flowers before.
I don't think so.
think
Because
it
all
will
the
show
energy stays in
green.
her foot, and then she
Yeah.
takes you in.
Yeah. She puts her hands on the floor, right?
For the
heal,
healing,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Bonk.
And where's the first time they show the mallet smasher?
Just mallet smash. It's
I
Oh,
think she's
here it is.
wearing the second costume.
That's the first time we see it, and you're
Oh,
right.
no,
It
never
is
mind.
empowered,
Yeah.
right? Because they're going Lynx Song, Lynx World. Okay.
Mhm.
Curious. Cool.
Curious.
All right. So what do you guys think after now breaking this down? Man, you guys did a really good job explaining this to me because now I understand it a lot better now. I was at the point where I was getting more confused. I mean, the buttons, dude, I'm completely lost though. Like, would have to look
those
at
are
all the
confusing.
Street Fighter 4
I
footage.
mean, I
and go
just
something.
guessed.
Yeah, you just guessed. It's okay. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of comments of people saying what button is what, but for the most part, just there's still a lot of like unanswered questions here with exactly how she can cancel out of her Lynx world. But it's gonna be a big part of her gameplay, and I think this is really cool without like actually giving her stances because Capcom's basically because they want this capoeira. She's dancing, right? They basically want to make her a character that is constantly flowing from going from one move into another. Like she's dancing, right? So they want you to be constantly on the move, like super proactive, while also having some really long pokes. Good anti-air, reversal, utility, healing level 2. Possibly not having a reversal level 1 would be a big weakness, and not being able to cancel her crouching medium kick, but it seems to be plus on drive rush. She doesn't have a fireball. What do you guys think?
I really like characters that are focused on buttons. So I'm super excited in that aspect because all her buttons seem great.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the fact that she has so many anti-fireball tools, especially given how prevalent fireball drive rush is in this game.
Mhm.
I am hoping that the fact that most of her special moves are tied to one special move doesn't hinder her and make her too linear. I actually think that's why they gave her this sway that we're seeing now.
Yeah.
To stop her from being too linear. So I'm excited. I'm hoping to see how she develops. She looks really strong. The fact that she has so many overheads is going to be really good for her pressure and mix-up.
Yeah, I really wonder, like, we know that the empowered version makes a lot of the Fallout Plus, but I wonder how much we can get away with. Like, how much do you have to make a hard read what the opponent is doing? Is definitely what I want to know.
Mm-hmm. Something that I find interesting is the heavies are definitely far-reaching, right? Especially a standing heavy kick. The back heavy kick is good for going over lows and keeping out. Standing heavy punch is good for punishment and whatnot.
Mhm.
Other mediums, aside from crouching medium kick, which seems like a competent poke, they didn't strike me as particularly long range. I suppose the crouching medium punch or whatever we thought the crouching medium punch was seemed all right, but I would expect there to be less buttons focused than we think, just because if you keep the opponent out with heavies, then you're suffering from potential DIs, for example, right? And parries if they're slow enough.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably want her to be more like in and out, sort of like Chun-Li, where you press your big buttons to stop the opponent from pressing theirs, and then that's what opens up your ability to roll in and push your offense. Like you're not the sort of character that stays in neutral forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they really do want to have a play style that is more aggressive than just zoning out with normals. Just because the commitment is high, right? And obviously your jumps are not that strong either. So you're not really gonna jump in because it's so floaty. It seems more like maybe you react to a fireball and go in with anti-fireball move, or maybe force your way in with Rhino Horn if that's possible.
Yeah.
Or just go for your what's it called again? Lynx Song into the leper snap just to get close. Things like that. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she has really good normals, but I don't expect her to, play neutral forever. I don't think people would want to play her that way either.
Right. And even though like most of her specials have returned, except for what was it, Lynx Tail?
Yeah.
Her moves are now, a lot of them are tied to the Lynx Song. So that totally changes her, like you can't just do Mallet Smash now like Manon. So that I feel like even if you're someone who's been an Elena player this entire time, that even though a lot of her moves look familiar, she might have a different play style because of that. Because you have to use Lynx Song so much.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be different than Street Fighter 4 where you press crouching light punch and you win neutral. So.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, her mediums, like she might not have like that huge big like medium kick like Terry or something or Cammy, but her lights look like they go really far, man. Her lights are weird looking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
They
that's
did
standing
shorten
light
them
bar.
a little bit at least. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Mm-hmm. So many target combos to memorize.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the frame data is gonna be an insanity.
Yeah, the frame data is gonna be crazy, man. And then how much of that what can she do on block too? You know, that's another thing. Like if the opponent is just blocking a lot, does it give her opportunities to do like a lot of cancels into the OD Lynx whirl?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
definitely a character you don't want to block a lot because of all the overheads.
Yeah, like how much of this is real? Like I'm wondering how plus she can be.
I'm super excited to find out.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone's just gonna check like the healing first. How much the heal?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be super crazy when this character comes out because the balance patch comes out on top of that, man. So
we'll see if she's overshadowed by I don't know Akuma not having a DP anymore or something.
they lower Akuma's health even more. You never know what's gonna happen, bro. I like how they just changed it into summertime.
She's so happy.
All of us did this level 3, guys, waiting for Elena, waiting in spring and turning into summer. All right, man. I guess let's wrap this up. Thanks so much, guys, for helping explain this for all of us. I'm super excited for Elena. She comes out once again on June 5th with the Season 3 balance patch. And yeah, we should do this again sometime because it's been a long drought. But maybe we could talk about some Season 3 prediction stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But let us know you guys' thoughts below on Elena. And thanks to chat. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. So take it easy, guys. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.